Studio has gotten a 6 month, up to 6 months lease on life. We have made the decision though, whatever, one way or the other, we will be moving into an actual office. We'll be having a real studio. We will have a mural. It'll still be this vibe, but I'm tired of Eldis's office also being where I live. I'm tired of having a day off and being like, I'm gonna relax all day, and then that's the one day Eldis comes in early to work on shit.
Come on, man, you don't want me in and out of your new awesome home to sit there for 2 hours while I transfer files.
So anyway, it turned out there were some logistical issues with the new apartment and getting the studio in there. So
let me help with the messaging for a nice little spin on this.
Okay, yeah.
We had a plan for this new studio, but we went back to the drawing board. We want to go bigger and better.
Bigger and better, yes.
We have some big plans in the works.
That's so true. Yeah, exactly. This wasn't haphazardly, shittily planned. This is all part of, we're playing 4D chess. The storm is coming. QAnon. Trump he's not a pedophile. He actually is using the Epstein list to blackmail the pedophiles to make America great again. He's definitely not just a piece of shit that likes to have sex with underage women and has commented on them being hot in the past. Certainly not. Yes, this is all part of a master plan. We're going huge. It definitely won't look pretty much exactly like this. We definitely aren't just bringing this same furniture, even if we move to an expensive studio.
It definitely won't be. It definitely won't be the travel setup backdrop with like ripples on it.
Yeah, while we're working on a new mural, we just have the travel setup for like 1 year. And whatever. This is the kind of the podcast you listen to. So anyway, this was going to be a goodbye to the studio. It's not, but we still decided let's talk to the people. Now, these are usually Patreon episodes. We decided to put this out when we thought it was a farewell episode. We decided, hey, let's put it to everybody. Will that happen? I don't know. This might just be a Patreon episode.
It depends on you, callers.
It depends on you. Was this a good episode? If it is, if you were interesting, then yes, this is going on the YouTube. Otherwise, welcome to another Patreon edition of live calls. Anyway, these are our favorite calls to do with people. We say that over. These are our favorite episodes to do because we are talking directly with people. We love the show, but sometimes it's just, this is just me and Eldis kicking back with you guys. No guests. Sometimes we have a guest on special occasions, but we like to really, this is what Patreon, if you're a Patreon subscriber, this is what it gets you. You get to just chill, talk to us, direct line to this beautiful brain. And that's how you get on this, of course, the Discord. You get access by being on the Patreon. So anyway, that's it's not a farewell episode, but it's still going to be a fun episode. I am honestly, dude, when this is gone, when this apartment is fully gone, it's like I have to really face myself and be like, you are an old man. Your youth is gone. Like this, of everything, this apartment is like a physical totem of my youth. I mean, we lived here. I moved in when I was 25 or 26. And the last 10 years of my life have been in this apartment. It's going to be fucking nuts to leave.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be like, okay, my life is like, I need to find a fucking wife. I can't live like this anymore. Like, when this apartment goes, I'm going to just like, I'm going to get hair transplant, but also like still keep it close, just so I can have a professional haircut. And I'm going to maybe, go into, entertainment's behind. Maybe I become a producer.
Hey.
No, a producer of big projects, not shitty podcasts.
Okay.
I become a money guy. I grow up, man. I go to the suburbs. I live in Connecticut with a wife who hates me. Whatever. We'll see. But so I'm glad.
We love this ran through apartment. It is going to be painful.
I know. This is our slam piece. It's a lot of good memories here. So 6 months, I don't have to. And now we apologize also because we've been talking about it on the episodes you guys have been watching. So that's what feels really stupid. We recorded all these episodes because we were like, oh, there's going to be a big move. We have to pre-record a bunch of episodes. We better get ahead of it. And then Eldest is going on his second vacation of the summer, so we have to get ahead of that too. So there's probably like 3 weeks where we're talking about goodbye apartment.
No matter what, I'm confident there will be a lot of episodes in a new setting coming up.
There will be. Well,
future.
That's the thing. There will be some fun. Yeah, I did get an apartment. We're gonna do new episodes in the travel setup. We're gonna try new travel setups. But I did get a sick apartment. I got it for it's not a long-term lease, so we're gonna try and make the best of it. It's gonna be really fun. It's a cool spot. I am excited to be in New York City. I'm gonna be. I've been in Astoria, but I've been traveling and I've been in Baltimore. I'm going to really, the next 6 months, be in New York. I'm very, very pumped about that. Fall and winter in New York is awesome. And then we'll see. And then but at some point we will get an actual studio, an actual office. Thank you for listening to this dumb podcast and making it so that has somehow become necessary. Anyway. That's another thing about these episodes. If this is the first time you're seeing them, we do like kind of the classic boring Mark Maron introduction. Maybe a lot of people are fast forwarding through this part where me and Eldest catch up with each other, even though we talk every day. Even though there's no person on earth that knows what I'm going through day to day more than you, and that there's no one. And I would say at times in your life, I have a much better understanding of your life than your wife even does. Certainly while we were on tour, that was the case.
Oh, yeah. It's a complicated life.
Yeah. Maybe we need to kill this apartment, man. Maybe this is the thing that's been keeping us back. It's just been keeping us like young, like children.
No, I'm like, there is a nightmare scenario that could possibly be in play where you and I just end up being roommates in this apartment in 6 months somehow. So we're both working out of here
with the server. I'm like, Eldest, it's winter. The server will keep you warm. When it's hot, we'll fucking talk about it. Stop complaining. I promise you that won't happen. But would be funny if it was like a weird 2 weeks where we needed to do it. But
yeah.
Anyway, we just don't go to my house in Baltimore for some reason. We stay here. Anyway, that's that, folks. This has been a very annoying move, and I don't know how much you've heard about it, to be honest with you, but I've been constantly complaining in my personal life. But anyway, enough about me. This is about you. Let's get to the calls, Eldest. Who do we have here today?
Let's get started with Lazy Jake. Are you there? Lazy Jake, you're on mute.
Lazy Jake.
Please unmute. Oh, hello?
Hello.
What's going on, man?
It was Eldest's fault.
No, he was on mute.
No,
Okay.
I was on mute.
Okay.
And I was talking too.
Okay. What's going on, buddy?
Jake?
What are you playing hard to get?
Jake.
We heard you talking, man. What did you do?
Jake, now we just...
Tuesday?
Hold on. Okay, we just heard a glimpse. Talk?
Am I back?
You're back.
You're back. Turn your Wi-Fi off or
All right,
something to be safe. I don't know.
Turn it off?
What do you mean
right.
turn it? Ugh.
Or I don't know. You're fine. We can hear you.
Now
Go
he's
ahead.
going to lose his fucking internet.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I've been dating this girl for 6 years, and everything was good. I mean, our living situation, neither of us was really happy with, but I thought we were just working through to get out of it. And 2 weeks ago, she goes to work and doesn't come home and really doesn't even talk to me until like the next Sunday when she came to get all her shit.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
And like that Tuesday, she wouldn't text me back, and I finally got a hold of her. I'm like, "Are you alive?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got to tell me what's going on.
Of course.
And she's like, "I'll be home soon. I'll be home soon." And I'm like, "Okay." I wait an hour. It's like 11:30 at night, and I can see on her location she's at her like coworker's house.
Uh-oh.
So I get fired the fuck up, and I go over there, and I'm calling her, and then I'm laying on the horn till she comes outside.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, "You fucking him?"
Yeah, of course. I mean, listen, it's no one's proudest moment, but we fully understand why you would do that.
Yeah. And she wasn't. I don't think that's what was going on. It's a lot more in
Interesting.
character for her to just bail like that than for her to like be cheating.
Right. She's not fucking
But
him, but he's definitely trying to fuck her.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like he lives with his girlfriend, but like that's like a
Whoa.
rocky situation.
Oh my God.
And she's hot, so like there's no fucking way he doesn't want to fuck her and hasn't
Your
been trying.
your girlfriend, you mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So she's
And
okay. Yeah. Please keep filling us. I have some theories already, but please give us as much detail.
so yeah, we have like, she finally comes outside and we have like a little back and forth where I'm like, listen, like I can change this shit that you're not happy about. I haven't been happy about it either, whatever. And she just won't really hear it. I need time. I need time. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
fine. And she says she's going to come home. I'm like, that's not happening.
Right.
So I go home.
Well, that's at least. It's
and
good that
then-
you knew that immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I pretty much don't hear from her. No, she comes over the next day to like get some clothes and she's like telling me she loves me and she's like, we can talk tomorrow, we'll hang out. And then next day comes, don't hear anything. Basically don't hear anything and then she says, oh, we can talk on Saturday. That day goes by. Then the next day she shows up just to get her shit. So like you really haven't had any conversation about this after
Yeah.
spending every day together for the last 6 years, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I already knew what the problems were. Like, you know how people do the like whole van life thing and stuff like that?
Sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand.
This is the part where I come under fire.
Yes.
So
Yeah. You mean the part where you tell us the whole story instead
Yes.
of your
Yes.
instead of your a bullet struck Gazan children report, the New York Times reports. Yeah, you're gonna tell us who was holding the gun. But anyway, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, I'm no longer using my passive voice.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we were both. So I used to build those vans like for my job, and we didn't have any money. We didn't know what to do. We can't afford a house, so we wanted to get a bus and turn it into a house that we could live in for a while, save up money, and like buy some land together, and then just kind of do that sort of thing. And like we were both on board with that. But it's taken me way too long to finish it. Like it's still not done. I get that. There's been part of me that didn't want to do it anymore, but I didn't want to say that. And like, I thought we were just going to push through and whatever. And then recently she got like a much better job. And so it kind of became like, I think she just thought, well, I don't need to do this anymore, but didn't tell me, if she'd said that, I would have said, all right, well, let's sell the bus and we can just get a place and start saving up for a house that way.
Sure.
Because I've been working part-time so that I could work on the bus more, which like also we were like fully in agreement with. Like I haven't really had any money, but like she was like happy with that and like I didn't have any inclination that she wanted to change any of that,
So let me ask you this: when did you guys decide to? When did the plan to live in the bus? When was it hatched? When was it formed? And how long has it been?
Oh my God, I don't want to tell you. 3 years.
Okay, and in that, and what did you think it was gonna be? Like, what was the reasonable timeline when you started? Year and a half? What are we talking?
Oh, every year. Oh, next year. Oh, next year. Now, now, I'm legitimately. After she left that first day, I like wrote down a whole plan, everything I needed to do, how much time I thought it was gonna take, how much money I thought it was gonna take. And so I have like 6 months left on it till it's like done. And we could have been,
Listen, dude, I get it fully. The problem is, when did you do that? When did you write all that shit down? As soon as she left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here's clearly what's going on here is there was an absolute breakdown. Like no one was happy, right? There were not. You hatched a plan 3 years ago. That's a long fucking time, and look, I'm not. Obviously, what she did is not right. Like you can't. It's incredibly fucked up to just up and leave. But to me, what's happened is she did have some legitimate grievances that she should have talked to you about, right? And you also probably should have had a little more pep in your step about the bus. Like maybe she was passive aggressive about what she was mad about. You were also mad about it, whatever. There's failings on both sides here. And I think like on her part, what happened was she's been making her mind up here, like to do this shit. And it's fucked up. It's really fucked up to do that to somebody who you've been with for so long. And especially when if you had had a conversation, maybe something could have changed. But also, and I'm not even criticizing you because I'm this kind of guy too. Maybe you're the type of motherfucker that really has no urgency until it's too late. Because that's a theme in my life. I have never fixed myself for a relationship more than the pathetic 2 months of me trying to get a woman back who has been done with me for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, dude, that to me, her behavior is classic. And yeah, I see what you mean about normally when someone's like, no, she's not fucking her coworker. I would be like, okay, man, whatever you say. But I see what you mean because like maybe she wanted a hot shower and the use of an air fryer for a night. Maybe it wasn't about dick. You know what I mean? Maybe she literally needed shelter. But
no, I mean when I showed up there, I saw his girlfriend in the window.
Yeah.
You know? So like,
yeah, she was just crashing with him, and clearly what she did was make a plan. She was too much of a coward to tell you. She was too much of a coward to tell you when you could have addressed it. Or look, I don't know. Maybe you had ample opportunity and just didn't. I don't really know. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You're a Patreon subscriber, so I'm gonna lightly take your side, even though I'm not sure that's how things really went.
Well,
but
she is a listener. She's not a Patreon subscriber.
Okay. Great. So, but you know,
the vibes were off.
So all I'm like, basically, the way she handled this was, she should have told you when you had a chance to change something. Now, maybe in her mind she did, and maybe for you, it didn't register or it didn't whatever. And then like clearly she was like, I'm done, I'm fed up, I'm fucking moving. She should have told you that instead of just not coming back from work. And then furthermore, when you actually like, rightfully confronted her and wanted some clarity, the way I'm reading it is she was just placating you and being like, we'll talk, I'm sorry, I love you, all this bullshit, just to get out of that situation, just to get out of the immediate. She was just saying whatever it would have taken to get you to like leave her alone. And it's cowardice. It's fucked up of her to behave this way for sure. But that's how I view it. It seems like to me, it's the kind of thing where there was like a slow erosion in your relationship of your, you became less and less aligned. Probably a little bit had to do with you not, you taking way too long to do a plan that even in the beginning was fucking stupid. like let's live in a bus. Come on, what the fuck are we doing here? But if you had done it in a year, you guys would have lived in it and been like, all right, this was fun. This is fun for 3 months, but why don't we just sell this fucking thing and get an apartment? But you fucking wait, it took too long. And then slowly, she should have been like, hey, this actually sucks. Let's not do this. Part of you even was like, should we even do this? And if that had come up sooner, if you guys had kind of clear communication, maybe things could have been different. But the way I'm reading it is like she's just kind of given up on the relationship and was just kind of a coward about breaking up with you.
Yeah, she's like very avoidant.
Yeah.
So she just, she just wants to run.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a great idea when you're 24.
Of course.
When I started it. Hold on, somebody's blowing their alarm. But, now I'm 27.
Yeah, dude.
And it doesn't seem like that great of a fucking idea anymore.
I know. If you guys had the bus at 24 and a half, you know what I mean, and just ridden around for a little bit, you probably would have had a good time and then been like, this is good enough. Let's move on.
Yeah. It's also funny she like got this job and like as this project got longer and longer, she was like, whoa, I have money. I don't really need to think about groceries and shit. And she's just looking at this van become reality.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah.
And me like not barely making any money, which we knew that was going to happen when we like agreed on that. And if she'd said like, this isn't working anymore and like we need to change something, I would have done that. I would do anything, But
yeah, No, I get it. And like, look, like I said, it is like a breakdown in communication, and it's like, and like, also it's a breakdown in communication and a failure to make this bus in a in a reasonable amount of time. And I would say the biggest takeaway is like, and again, I'm really not judging you because I'm like this too. You got to be the kind of guy that does not wait until somebody ghost moves out of your bus to sit down and make a plan and do all this shit. I know that's hard. I know there's something psychological that sort of kicks in when something that like powerful, even though it's negative, happens to us. But like, that is if you had that level of sort of like, if you were that engaged from the beginning, that level of motivation from the beginning, does this happen? Maybe not, right? It's also, who knows? I mean, there's all sorts of other things. Who knows how your personalities would have changed over time? Who knows if you would have been aligned going forward? Because like you said, it's a fun, impulsive decision to say, let's live on a bus when we're 24. It's just usually you have the opportunity to live on the bus immediately. It's not like, all right, time to fucking spend the amount of time it takes to get a master's degree making this bus.
Yeah, and the amount of money too that had to get spent on it. So
yeah.
I know for 2.5 years there is an alternate world where like you finish that shit up in a year. You guys did it for a year and you realized it sucked. And you either go back to normal life or you break up anyway.
Yeah, you break up. Yeah, so maybe you would have fucking broken up in the sequoias. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Like,
so you were taking too long going crazy with those LED lights on the trim, man.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I cut the entire roof off of it and I raised the roof a foot and it's like sheet metal all the way around and I welded this crazy new door on it. Like I just go like.
Sounds
that's
cool.
Another big.
Yeah.
I do. It is cool. It's super badass, but I just do way too much. I can't just do something quick or half-assed, and that's like a big problem for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, that's definitely a problem. It's like it sounds like you're having you're kind of a perfectionist, but also you're not. You live in the world where it has to be perfect and not like usable right away. And there's again. I relate to that. I always, especially when it came to making stuff, like I used to when I was younger in comedy, like I really, really dragged my feet on putting out material, doing specials, whatever. And I didn't do podcasts, I didn't do anything because I was like, I was like scared to like put out something that wasn't good. My life got so much better when I just started cranking out dog shit. And by the way, you crank out dog shit long enough, you just become good at doing it. Right, so it's like, if you had just made, and like you said, it was for your job. I'm sure if you just made a shitty, or not even a shitty, but a regular bus, it would have been good enough, and you would have been able to fucking actually use it. And now, a perfect thing that never gets off the garage is not as good as a even mediocre bus that you can actually drive around. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, dude, how are you feeling now? What's the plan now?
I don't know. That's kind of the next part of my question is like I haven't really heard from her at all. She texted me yesterday, like barely. I haven't heard from her since she moved out. Besides like one conversation about our phone plan. Oh. And then yesterday she texted me.
What a fucking bitch. Phone plan?
Yeah.
That's all she's fucking talking. Logistics.
Yeah, and like then I told her about how our dog that we got when we met, who thank God she left, he got attacked by like a porcupine the day after she left, and she was just like, "Oh, that's terrible." But yeah, that was it.
You're like, see what happened? This is your fault, you fucking bitch.
No,
that's an
the
omen.
Day she left, the brakes went out on my truck, and the dog got fucked up by a porcupine.
Oh my God, that was her. She did both those things. Yeah. She was like, "Oh, so you and the dog are still alive then." She said the porcupine and cut the brake line. She was trying to make a clean getaway. Oh, that's good. Dude, honestly, look, this is tough because I know the position you're in again where it's like this feels bad and you want you're the only one who's kind of being actively hurt here, because it seems like she took her time. She sort of mourned the relationship as she was getting ready to break up with you, unbeknownst to you. And that sucks, because right now, if I were you, I would want to be like, once you accept that it's over, I would want to like be like, well, fuck you, and like try and cause her some pain that you're feeling. But the reality is, the best thing you could do for yourself is the thing that she wants is like completely break away from this woman, right? Like clearly she's treating you like that. Clearly she's like, you know, she would love to just, she's avoidant. She would love to stick her head in the sand. But the best thing for you is to just cut this woman out of your life, right? And look, you know, if that means, if she wants you to do something annoying and logistic, like going to fucking Verizon and cutting your plan or whatever, and you don't feel like doing it, you don't have to do shit for her anymore. She's basically given up her right to like ask you to do this in a like sort of way where you're in a cooperative way, because she completely just fucking abandoned you and did it in a very shitty way. So you don't have to go out of your way to accommodate any requests she has. I don't know what those requests would be, right? Like she's taking her shit.
She wants money. If I sell the bus, she wants some of the money. I still have a bunch of her shit at my house. I have her gun.
Her gun? Oh, well, here's a solution. That gun got her prints on it?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I won't tell you what to do. Anyway, I have a separate suggestion. Buy some plants. A plant could really help liven up the bus. Maybe a plant by a crime scene. No. But look, basically what I'm saying is, figure this out in a way that's easiest for you, right? She's completely given up on you. She's kind of abandoned this relationship. She's not being reasonable with you at all. So whatever's easiest for you, pack her shit up, leave it somewhere, I don't know, or mail it or put it in a fucking storage. Get a storage unit that has a 1 month fucking like get a short-term storage unit and be like, your shit's here, don't contact me again. And if you think there's a fair amount of money that she deserves for the bus, give it to her. If you don't, that's up to you. I don't know. Like, I mean, it does seem like you guys did kind of chip in on this, so I'm not telling you to be a dickhead.
She definitely put in a lot more money than I did, but I mean, I have 1,000 hours or more of like labor in it.
No, you should.
I'm not sure if I should finish it or not, or sell it. If I sold it, I think I could get 20 or 25K out of it.
But
if I keep it, I won't have to pay rent.
I mean, hell yeah, man, the dream's alive.
Which, I'm doing, that's like going to be half my income.
Any day now, brother, it'll be done. Yeah, look, listen, that's up to you. You do whatever's best for you. The way I would do it is, now this was your job, right? So you know what you charge billable hours for this kind of thing. So put together like what your expertise is worth compared to like what she put in, and then what percentage you own versus what she owns. And I think that's a fair way to go about it. And if you sell it, great. And if you don't, if you sell it, give her some money. I don't think she has the right to demand that you buy her out because you guys didn't talk about it. You could just be like, look, if I want to keep living here, you'll get your part when I'm fucking done. And if you keep working on it and she stops putting in money, your percentage of it grows, in my opinion. But, that's for you. Listen, that's for you to decide. My advice to you is cut this woman out of your life in the cleanest way possible with no fuss, no muss. Don't go back and forth with her. Don't, that's it. That's the way you handle this situation.
Yeah. I mean, she's been giving me all crazy signals. Like when she moved out, we almost fucked, and I'm like, man, if I can fuck her, I could turn this ship around.
You really can't. Let me just fucking let me drive that home. Nothing you do now will say this relationship is doomed beyond repair. The way she's behaving is unacceptable. The way she behaved leaving it is kind of unacceptable. And listen, if she 3 months from now has regrets and wants to get back together, tough shit. Because this proves she's not the kind of person you want to be with. What if like her situation gets better? What if you guys get back together and in like 5 years she gets an even better job or some shit? Like she's clearly the kind of person that'll just like ditch you without talking about it.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the kind of person you want to build a life with.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard, I know this is all so new that your dumb brain is like, no, we're gonna fix it. It's all good. Even when you accept it, it's hard, dude. You're just gonna have to deal with this breakup for a while, and this is the hard breakup to deal with, one that comes out of fucking nowhere. But that's just what you got to do, my boy.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just tough, but
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it does suck dick, but get some pussy in that fold out futon you installed.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Thanks for validating me on that being kind of a fucked up way to go about things, because I've been trying to figure. It's just like brutalized my self-esteem.
Of course, dude. The fact that you even like weren't sure if that was fucked up means your head is all gone. Like, she's got you in the blender. You've been fucking gaslit to oblivion. It was incredibly fucked up, dude.
And be glad she didn't give you pussy that one time. Because if she did, it would have fully been like, all right, let me get this guy out of my hair. Break him off one more time so I get the rest of my shit out of here.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, I can't fuck you because if I do it, I'll stay, and like all this shit.
Dude, what? No. All of that was bullshit. She was lying to you, you fucking idiot. She left you.
Right.
She left you, you dumbass. She told you she was going to talk to you every other fucking day just so you would get off her dick. She wasn't going to. She's just telling you shit because she's a coward and can't face consequences. So none of that mattered, dude. She's a fucking piece of shit. Move forward. You're good, all right?
All right. Well, this one's going out for free, isn't it?
Well, it depends. We've had some changes. This was going to be the farewell episode. We addressed it up top. Like you, I've had a strange living situation. Even though my new apartment is not on wheels, we might not be able to move the studio there. So this might not be the farewell episode. We'll see. We're still playing it by ear.
Your half-fixed van might be a more permanent home than Stav's current apartment.
That's true. But hey, man, maybe even if it isn't, maybe we'll make this a clip on the Clips channel.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I
just want to know what she'd think if she hears me calling on here.
No, wrong thinking. Don't send
her a link to the clip.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I just want her to hear it later.
Even having those thoughts are bad for you. This bitch is out of your life, man. Forget her, okay? Right. Don't think about her listening. Right. She won't learn
After
shit.
I hang up.
Yes.
After I hang up, that's it.
Yes. Yep. That's it, bro.
All right, I
will.
Good
luck, buddy.
All right, good luck, man.
Thanks, guys.
He's literally about to send her a pic of the van, be like, what do you think of it now? I just added this fucking toaster oven in here. I just got a new air fryer for the kitchenette.
I mean, dude, he is like, the fucked up thing is he hasn't even begun dealing with it. He's in the eye of the storm of the tornado.
I know.
This just happened. He seems pretty lucid. He's about to be wrecked. He's about to be fucking wrecked.
In a way, this is like the perfect thing that will kickstart a man's I'm leaving society and going to Wyoming in
one
my
of
new
two
bus.
ways for sure. Either he's like, all right, I got to give this up and be fucking regular, or he's like, fuck, I'm going into the wilderness for good.
Yeah. So call us with an update. Hopefully you get Wi-Fi out there. Let's move on to Harris LeBaris. You're on with Stav and LD. What's happening?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, what's up, pal?
Hey, well, just wanted to start off by saying I'm sad to hear about the studio.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, Harris. Fuck, this is gonna be all episode. The studio might live a couple more months. It turns out there's been some developments. So anyway, don't mourn it yet, buddy.
Okay, cool. Well, I think the Greek restaurant backdrop belongs in the podcast Hall of Fame.
I agree. We're gonna try and get it exhumed. We're gonna try and get the drywall taken out of this place and hung somewhere.
If you're an art preservationist, give us a call. Let's see how much work is involved with getting a chunk of a drywall out of the fucking building.
I think we could do it, honestly.
Yeah.
What's going on, Harris?
All right. Well, so I basically signed up for chat. What did I sign up for? 23andMe a few years ago before I knew that they just directly sold your data.
Yeah, the FBI's got your genome.
When I signed up, I got a few notifications off the jump that I had like a bunch of like super close relatives, and so I opened it and I was like, who the fuck are all these people?
Hell yeah.
And it was like a whole family who was looking for their father and their like grandfather, and
Oh,
so the 23andMe basically said that like these are your projected like aunts and cousins, and looking at the family tree, they were all related to like people who were related to my grandfather, but no one else in my family. So
hell yeah.
deductively, it really looks like he had kind of this the
Fuck.
second family, these two other
Yes.
daughters,
Holy shit.
and yeah, the bummer part about it is that I like did some Facebook stalking, and it looks like they were born when my mom was like 5 and her youngest brother was like 1. So
Oh,
like kind of overlapping with her family.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Are they geographically in the same area as your mom's family?
So yes, one of them
Wow.
lives like within 20 minutes of us.
20 minutes?
Yeah. So that's the big thing that I'm like grappling with is my grandparents live close. They're happily married in their 90s. They're
Oh,
kind
he's
of
still
like,
alive.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I
Yeah.
would be so
Um
pissed off. Like,
Dude,
I'm
this,
almost fucking dead. I
yeah,
got in
this
right
guy's
before the
about to
fucking
get
buzzer.
Cosby'd. This guy's gonna be fucking in court, in family court with a glassy eye.
yeah, so that's what I'm worried about. Like I have a good relationship with my grandfather. I don't want him to like hate me on his way out. I don't want my grandparents to get divorced in their 90s.
Oh my god. Are
But on
you
the other hand, like my mom has like 3 brothers, and she like definitely craves more, feminine energy in the family, and I kind of feel like a moral obligation that if I basically know she has these 2 other sisters out there, like I love my mom, I want to at least give her the opportunity to like, make contact with these people and potentially have a relationship. So I'm pretty torn here.
Yeah, this is a tough one. You're how old are you?
Yeah. I'm 30, 31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, grandpa's still kicking, dude. This fucking guy.
Okay, I have an initial question. How is Grandpa's general health?
It's like very good. Like he's still active, still mentally sharp, and same goes for my
Yeah, dude, side
grandmother.
pussy will keep you young.
You're gonna tell him about this? He's gonna be fucking faking that dementia.
Yeah, he's gonna go Junior Soprano fucking real fast.
Yeah, I don't want to flip that switch.
Oh man. Okay, so this is a tough one to have. You're the keeper of this for your family. Now, if it were me, I would personally tell my mother about this, right? Like, it's one thing to be like, to go confront your grandfather. Like, I don't think I would do that, but I think I would just honestly just pass the buck to mommy here. I would regress and be like, what should we do, mom? You know what I mean? Like, not even on like a moral obligation to tell your mom, but like, all right, this is, in family wise, this is above my fucking pay grade. You figure it out. And honestly, I'm thinking about that would be so funny if my grandfather had secret kids. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Go
That
ahead.
kind of feels like snitch behavior to me. I feel like because I have this relationship
Bro
with
code.
my grandfather,
Guy code,
like
dude.
I
Just
feel a
gotta
little
watch
bit of
Guy
an
Code.
obligation to at least run it by him first
Oh,
before I let it out of the bag.
wow. You feel like he would be snitching to tell your mom.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I kind of agree with that. I think it would also depend on like how do you think your mom would take it? I mean, I know it's earth shattering, but it's not like she's fucking 15 years old or something, you know?
Right.
Like how's her relationship with her grandpa? What is her general disposition? Is she an anxious woman or
True.
How do you think she would
Yeah.
even respond to something like this?
I don't know. I think it could totally go either way. I mean, their relationship is honestly like mixed, where like he's, he's kind of like an old fashioned like guy's guy,
Yeah.
as you can tell based on his behavior.
By the secret
And,
family fucking one exit on the highway away.
yeah, like, so I think she would be really, intrigued by this and like might want to have that relationship, but she's sometimes a little emotionally unpredictable and could like really, feel like hurt and betrayed by this. Obviously, like him having a second family since she was, a young kid.
Yeah,
So
I think she definitely would. She would be right to. What the fuck? I mean, look. I
Right.
guess what the more I'm thinking about this is that this technology is evil, and that you don't want to eat from the fruit of a poison tree.
right.
And if 23andMe didn't exist, you would never know about this.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, they know about you, don't they?
No, my shit is on private, so I don't think they've been able to like have the same visibility into my existence.
God, these poor kids are like, Daddy, are you out there somewhere? They
But
keep
they're
saying,
not.
like,
The
oh,
guy's
like, the
fucking
headline on
90.
their
You know what I
profile.
mean? The guy's fucking
These
90.
people's
What are we
profile
talking
was
about?
like, just found out my dad is not my biological father. Like, please help me find info on my biological father. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh no, this is
He's
another
alive
angle,
in his like
dude.
final years, and like I'm the gatekeeper of this.
damn.
Holy shit. This is interesting, man, because I guess because I'm so close to my mom, I didn't even consider the bro code factor.
Yeah.
I think like okay, here's one immediate thing that comes to my head. It sounds like your grandpa is in good health, but he's 90, bro. Can you bottle it up for another year or two? Give him a year. See how his health. See
I don't
how
know.
his,
What if he doesn't die, and now it's even getting closer and closer to when he fucking dies that you blow this up? The fact that they're like, please help me find my
I know.
because my initial, honestly, my true knee-jerk reaction, like, of all this is like, this shit is fucked up that we know this much about each other. Let sleeping dogs lie, right? But if they're begging to know their grandfather is, and your grandfather clearly is a fucking scumbag who abandoned them, then like, honestly, it sucks that he's 90, but you know.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I agree with that. That was kind of like the stance I was like passively taking, is that like, I'll let a few years go by. If my grandfather passes, like that, takes that big variable out of the equation where I can kind of just focus on the relationship with my mom. And she gets to decide what to do with these, sisters that she has. And
Now,
I don't have to
let me
worry
ask
about
you
my
this though.
relationship with him.
Let me ask you this: what if your mom found out 2 years later that you've been sitting on this for 2 years?
Yeah.
How would she take that?
Fortunately, she's not a Patreon subscriber.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, who knows? It's 23andMe is already giving away way too much information. Like, if this just somehow she's you're showing her the website, she sees a date or so, I'm just saying, like, all of this I'm coming back to. I would just have to tell my mom. There's no way I couldn't.
I think
like
so.
It's just the kind of thing where it's like, this is really fraught, but it's like, especially, look, if you don't have a really good relationship with your family, that's one thing, but it's like, for me personally, I would, if I felt like my mom wanted to know, I don't think and this family is begging. It's like, listen, grandpa got away with it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And honestly, he's good. But it's like, it really is not to call he's not Cosby. He's not a rapist. I mean, we don't know, right? How old-fashioned
He's
of
a
a guy was he?
philanderer.
Yeah. I mean,
At least.
But like, look, grandpa got away with it, man.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Cosby goes to jail when he can't even see. Who even gives a fuck at this point? Like, grandpa is ultimately still the winner.
Yeah.
Whatever. He got 60 years scot-free without he never paid a dime of child support. So whatever. I don't think, if I thought my mother would want to know this information and the family was desperately seeking, I think I would just talk to my mother, because that's who I have the most loyalty to in this situation. And then I would just see what she wanted to do. Because in a lot of ways, this really isn't your fucking problem. It is way more, like, if this was my dad, that's a completely different thing. If this is your dad, how would you feel if this was your dad versus your grandfather? Your grandfather is kind of funny. Your dad you'd be fucked up about it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah, but that's a great question because I would definitely want to like know those people or at least know of the existence of those people if I had other half siblings from my dad. So I do feel like that puts it in a more like clear terms in terms of like making sure my mom is aware of this.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's a tough one, but ultimately, like, your mom's a big girl, literally. She's like a fully adult woman.
Yeah.
She's about to be a fucking...
He's fucking 30. It's his mom.
Yeah, she's about to be like a senior herself, you know? So it's not like she'll like have some earth... I mean, I guess it could be a little earth-shattering to find out you have like secret half-siblings, but, your grandpa, he's on the way
He's
out,
fine,
man. He's
bro.
fine.
Fuck him.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
This is
to
the one
him.
he nutted inside. Who knows how many other ones he was just getting. He was in a zoot suit getting his dick sucked in a fucking big body Chrysler. He's fine, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder about this because my dad's dad, I never knew my grandpa. He was always a deadbeat. I kind of want to do like 23
Someone
just to see like,
Yeah.
is anyone out there?
Yeah.
Are they in this? Is anyone in the States? And even if I find it out, I don't know if I'd even want to like get in touch or not, but I don't know.
I know what you mean. It's interesting.
Don't do it, Aldous. Don't open Pandora's box.
You open Pandora's box with it. And you are like implicit because whether you knew it or not, that's just a risk you take when you spit in a tube and mail it to some random corporation
Yeah.
to fucking, look at your fucking DNA. So, I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
So there you go, man.
Hold on.
Appreciate the advice.
What's Grandpa's will looking like? Maybe you can make this lucrative for yourself. Get
Yeah.
a nice little addition in the will.
Think about that.
Get a nice addition in the will, and then still wait
He
for
can
him
buy
to die.
your silence.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great idea. Unfortunately, I think his will is going to be pretty trash, but maybe I can get like a 2005 Toyota Corolla.
There you go.
Hey, that's something, man. It's up to you. So your options are tell your mother to not lose trust in a very sacred relationship or extort your grandfather on the way out for almost nothing. Those are your two options, man.
Cool. All right, it's a very good or evil decision. I'll have to face this.
All right, dude.
All
Good
right,
luck.
thank you guys. Appreciate the advice.
Absolutely.
Good luck, man. Man, that's crazy.
That is.
But it's also like one generation removed. If it was me, I'd be like, Grandpa, he fucked around when he was 30 years old. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be that shocked or something.
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. But I would have to tell my mom, I think.
Yeah. Let's move on to. It's either F Arda
You?
or Farda.
Farda.
What's going
What
on,
up, baby?
Farda? You're on with me and Stav. What's happening?
Nothing much. I'm at work, hiding in a phone room right now.
Nice, dude. Good job. Time thieves. We support all time thieves from big corporations here on Stavvy's World.
I was taking notes.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's troubling you?
So I just got a job out of college, and I kind of want to get my girlfriend pregnant.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
So-
on. Please explain.
So do you think it's a good idea to do it?
You know what? Thank you for being this straightforward. So, yeah. I mean, listen, what kind of fucking job at the college? Are you the dean or are you the fucking janitor? Well,
No. I got a job out of college.
Oh,
Like, I
out
got
of
a
college.
degree.
Out of college.
Yeah.
So you're, what are you, 23?
Still, dude. Why are
Huh?
you trying to expose me?
Oh, wow, dude. The piece of information we know is that you just graduated college. You have a job and you're 23. This can really, and you want to nut in your girlfriend. That really narrows it down, you fucking dumbass.
Come on. Well, so
You're going to have to give us more information than that, idiot. If you won't even tell us how old you are and you want us to tell you whether you should have a kid or not, and that's too much info, this is not the show for you. So you're pretty young. You got a job out of college. Okay, your first job. So are you saying you think you can easily afford having a kid?
I guess that's where the dilemma is. think I could squeeze by.
Okay. What's the desire to have a kid this soon? I mean, you're somewhere between 20 and 40, you won't tell us, but sounds like you're in your early 20s. You just got your first job. You're with your girlfriend. You're not married, so there's that. The traditional way to go about things. I feel like now I'm just talking to a child. Is like usually it's girlfriend, fiance, wife, mother of your children in a perfect world. Well, maybe not perfect, but that seems to be the case. And then also it's like starter job out of college, then maybe, a couple promotions, you have enough money to have a kid. So why are you why are you so eager to have a child in what, from the limited information, seems to me might be a little ahead of schedule for where you are both career and relationship wise?
I don't know. We've been dating for like 7 years almost.
Oh wow! So you guys were talking like high school or even fucking middle school sweethearts at this point, or are you legitimately a little older? Why won't you just tell us how old you are?
No,
man?
I'm 23.
Okay. Okay.
But no, class couple, still
Gotcha.
together. She's about to go back to school. So I thought maybe just like throw a baby in there so she doesn't have to.
What do you mean have to? Does she want to go to school?
Like kinda.
Hold on, man. What do you mean it doesn't have to go to school? You don't have a good enough, you think you have a good enough job to just completely support your family? Is that what you're saying? How long have you been there, bro? You're on the clock right now. You're talking to this
guy's
on
in
this
the fucking supply
podcast.
closet.
You've been there 2 weeks and you're already fucking calling into a podcast, and you think your girlfriend should change her whole life plan because of this job?
2 months next week.
Bro, no. We can keep talking, but do not have a child yet. we can go over the reasons, but let me just right now tell you, it's good that you want to commit. It's good that it seems like you really love your girlfriend, but you should be more established. Like, give it at least 6 months to a year at this job to see how's my budgeting. You know what I mean? Can you save a little money? What's your home situation? Are you renting? Are you owning? Do you want to own? Do you have some kind of long-term? Can you budget out what your costs are going to be now and how much money you can save? And then can you have a projected budget of what all those costs are going to be with a child? And then make the decision. Is this job going to be enough? Do I like this job? Do I need another job? Do I need to wait for a promotion? Can we be a single income family? Should I let my girlfriend go to college and get another fucking income so we can save up for a little bit and then have a kid, maybe around 26, 27, I don't know, maybe 25, whatever. Even if you just take a year to save up money. I just think you're going at this, from the little information I have about you, it just seems like you just kind of want to do this and haven't really thought through it at all. And so because of that, I'm going to say no, don't get your girlfriend pregnant. Have you talked to her about that? Let's start with there. Have you talked to her about this?
Yeah, I think she wants to have kids. I think she wants to have like 2 or something. But
But does she want to not go to college and have kids instead? Right now.
That was my logic, but maybe it was wrong.
Yeah, dude. You're not the one who's going to be fucking pregnant. You should ask her when she wants to have fucking kids. So, all right, dude, been in the job 2 months, relatively young, do you have any money saved?
I would like some, yeah. Maybe not as much as.
So no. Okay, so we're gonna say
no.
Okay, and then you haven't spoken to your girlfriend about it. So because of these 4 things, I'm gonna say no, dude. But it's good that you want to have a kid. You know what? This is like the first time you thought about it. Really, this is the first time you considered it. So hopefully this call makes you realize how far you are from that. And I'm not saying, look, there's a world where you work at this job. You're bringing in enough money. You feel secure in the job. They even tell you, hey, you keep doing this, we'll promote you. You're able to save because of your situation. You talk to your girlfriend. She's enthusiastic about this plan. There's a world where, maybe in 6 months to a year you do that. But there's also a world where this job fucking sucks. You have a bunch of maintenance issues in your apartment or home. You have unexpected costs come up. Your girlfriend's like, no, I don't want to have fucking kids yet. I just got into school. I want to go do that. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you have to figure. These are just the questions you have to figure out.
Can I ask Farda, like, not that I think it's weird that like you want kids, but why are you so eager to plant the seed right now, this second, without really even talking about it with her, or even
he's
thinking
fucking stupid. My guess, he's fucking stupid. But let's see what he has to say.
So I got a grad school a little bit.
You what?
But
you're breaking up, buddy. Sorry.
I feel like I went to grad school. I'm a little smart.
Bro, that doesn't mean shit. That's okay. Listen, whatever. I'm gonna stop roasting you because you're clearly also too sensitive to even fucking have a kid yet. But okay, I'm not saying you're that dumb. I'm just saying you clearly have it. How about this? You're impulsive. Something got in your head where you're happy. You have a job. You're happy in your relationship, and you're like, let's have a fucking kid. Let's have a kid right now. Haha. You know what I mean? Like, this is sort of like something came over you. Maybe you saw a Pampers commercial and you were like, oh, I want one of those. But I just think you're probably being a little impulsive and you haven't thought it through at all. That's what it feels like to me. Do you think that's a fair assessment? Fair. What totally was your family fair. Like?
Well, what was that?
What's your family background like? Have you always wanted to have kids, even as like when you were younger? Are you from a good family?
I have two half sisters, one older, one younger. Dad has all the kids with different lives.
Okay, I'm seeing what's going on here. This is some classic I don't want to be like my dad shit. I'm with my high school sweetheart, out of college. I'm gonna have a kid. We're gonna have a perfect nuclear family. That'll show them. And I only say this because I recognize that in loved ones of mine who had, and friends of mine who had dads in a similar circumstance, and they by the way, I think you're probably going to be a good dad because of that. But I think that kind of explains it a little psychologically to me, why you're like I've gotten out of school, I have a job, what's next? Having a kid. And I would say I like where your heart's at, but where your head's at is wrong, because I think what's next is, let me take a year or two to establish myself as an adult who knows what it's like just to pay my bills and be out. Because, by the way, grad school is not real life. School is not real life. Let me be an adult for a little bit. You don't even have to save that much, right? Because, obviously, and I think there's something great about having kids early when you're in a good relationship and you can afford it, because, if you have your kid relatively early, you get to experience more of your life with them, and that's really nice. I think my friends who have had kids early, I have friends who have had kids when they were 18. I have friends who have had kids who were, 40, and the ones who had them when they were 18 are pretty pumped on the back end. So there's pros and cons to all of it. Yeah. I just think you have one more step before having a kid, and that's probably establish yourself as somebody, as in a professional setting, as a guy who's got, some money coming in, and it's good that you want this. You can plan for it in a way that's going to make it easier than if it was just sort of like unexpected.
Totally fair. Well, I was hoping you were going to say yes, and the follow-up question was going to be what position.
See, and this is why it's absolutely a no. But I would say, what's the best? Yeah, well, when I worked as a paralegal, I heard that when the woman is on top, it's a girl, and when the man is on top, it's a boy. So keep that in mind, I suppose.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Go work for a year and then go nutting your girl. And how about this? Ask her if she wants to have a kid now, and then draw up a budget, and then in a couple years, do some reverse cowgirl and name the child eldest. That's all we ask.
You're making a lot of sense, and that's fine. Whatever.
We'll send you a Stavvy calendar for the nursery.
Yeah, we'll send you a calendar. Go ahead.
Thank you. When are you going to play in Philly?
We're actually planning. We're going to announce the fall and winter. I guess more like a winter. We're going to announce the winter leg of the tour coming up. So I think I'll be there probably early next year if I had to guess. But stay tuned. We're making some announcements soon.
Sweet. I went to the one at the Met.
Hell yeah,
I'll be
dude.
there again.
Yeah, I love that place. That was really fun. Thanks for coming, dude. And good luck.
Man.
Good luck, and don't nut in your girlfriend without birth control anytime soon.
Yeah, man, get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work before you get fucking fired. And now you're fucking raising the kid on
Stop
food
big
stamps.
dogging me. Helby cannot big dog me, bro.
Fuck you, buddy. Disconnect. He's gone.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good.
Interesting guy.
Yeah. Really wants that kid.
Yeah. Clearly hated being just roasted. Don't know what the fuck he called in here for. Just a Philly idiot's like, I could be a dad. No, dumbass. What the fuck are you even talking about? I'm sure the white trash around him has been nutting in their girlfriend since he was 16. He feels like he's a geriatric father at this age.
Yeah.
He's, at 23, you're supposed to be getting matching Philly fanatic neck tattoos with your child in the part of Philly he's from, probably.
I know. I wonder if like they've been together so long. I wonder if he's like getting vibes from her. He's like, I need to lock this down because I see some writing on the wall.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know, though. He seems like he's a really open communicator. So they've probably addressed that if that is the case.
Yeah. Let's move on and talk to Keek the Sneak.
Keek the Sneaks. By the way, Elvis, I left a fucking Coke Zero in the freezer. Can you grab that?
Yeah.
And I think there's a water out there somewhere. I don't know where the fuck I put it.
Keek the Sneak. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Coming in loud and clear. What's up, Keek?
All right. So I have a dilemma.
Okay.
I met this guy playing pickleball.
Okay.
And it turns out we had actually matched on Bumble maybe a week before that. I just didn't respond to him because I thought he was boring.
Wow.
But anywho.
But in person,
We
the
started
vibes
going-
were different.
We dated,
I'm
I
sorry.
want to say about 2 months.
You broke up there for a second. You said you
are
dated
you
for.
there?
You said you dated for 2 months. You were breaking up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we dated for about 2 months after meeting in person. So he's new to the city. We did a lot of fun stuff together, showed him around. And then I got a call last week from a friend saying they heard that their friend actually went out with him twice and they had sex. So, we're not exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought is, is he in the wrong? Technically, no. But they had sex like 48 hours, like 2 days before I saw him next and we had sex.
Yeah.
So am I in the wrong for being like A, no, we weren't exclusive. He didn't do
Right.
anything wrong in that sense.
Yes.
B, it's a little close to home, him sleeping with someone who's in my friend circle.
Sure.
Do you think like that's a deal breaker? Do you think I should give this guy another shot?
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's a deal breaker if it's a deal breaker to you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because basically what it is, yes, you're right. He did not do anything technically wrong. And, a lot of people who are, this is how people date, where it's like, yeah, this is the classic roster concept here, right? Where it's like you date multiple people, you see multiple people in a week, and yeah, you hook up. I mean, if you're dating people, you're gonna have sex with them for the most part, and so it's not that he did nothing wrong, but also you're not doing anything wrong by having your feelings hurt by it, right? This is the problem with there are pros and cons to casual dating. And I think the cons are like, it's sort of like a soft version. It's sort of like a soft version of being it basically is being poly without admitting it to yourself, where it's like,
I hate that.
I know. Listen, sister, who are you talking
true, though.
to? I know that is how it goes. And it's like with what you're basically saying, like, it's like don't ask, don't tell polyamory, where it's like, hey, maybe we are exclusive effectively if we date. If we're dating and we haven't put a label on it, but hey, he likes me so much that there's no way he'd fuck somebody else just 48 hours before he fucked me. Like, I get wanting that to be true. You know what I mean? Like, because I think the best case scenario from casual dating is like, you're dating around, there's no labels, but over time it kind of builds to something, and eventually you both kind of naturally agree, hey, why don't we make this exclusive, right? That's the best case scenario. And I think what you're experiencing is seeing that, like, oh, maybe that's not going to happen with this guy. It's sort of like, reading the tea leaves, and like, even if you hadn't found out about this, maybe 3-4 weeks later, you're getting the vibe that, hey, maybe I want to go exclusive. You bring it up to him. He says, I'm not interested in that. And you just have that the feeling you're having now, you just have it with him through a conversation instead of through hearing it from the grapevine. So this is a tough one because no one's really in the wrong for their behavior or their emotions. It's just a matter of, what does that mean to you going forward? Like, maybe this isn't, maybe you don't want to do it, right? Maybe this is the kind of thing where you might this might trigger a conversation with him and be like, hey, if you want to pursue anything exclusive, I don't know. But you know, there's a world where you're like, hey, what do you see? You know, what do you think? I'm having fun. I've had a great time seeing you, but I think I'd like this to get more serious over time. I think at some point you would have that conversation. Like I said, if it didn't happen in the ideal kind of organic way. So yeah, it's really up to you, because you're not wrong, he's not wrong, and now it's just a matter of sort of, but you also don't want to keep feeling this way, and the solution is getting some clarity on your situation, because I think you're realizing you have sort of at least kind of caught feelings here, and so it does bother you that he's hooking up with someone else, even though he's, again, not wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, because we're not exclusive. I don't know that it would bother me as much if it were someone that I know, and with like that I know her, I can kind of cross like check notes. So I know that when he said he was doing something, you know, he was actually with her, which is like, he offered the information. It's not like I asked him, who are you going to lunch with on Wednesday at 1 p.m.? You know, it's just offering these lies. But like, are they deal breaker lies in the sense of like him being a dishonest person? Or is it just, like you said, the nature of casual dating is these things happen? Yeah. And you're seeing other people. It's just part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the kind of thing. I mean, that's really it. And it's not a good, I mean, this is the downsides of these games. It's like, at a certain point, it's like, you know, I get being like, he's technically lying, but it's like, what's he going to be like? Oh, I'm actually going to the beach with a different woman, or like, or you just, you know what I mean? Like, that would just be a strange thing to say to somebody that you're seeing in this context.
It's kind of implied, but it's like, you don't have to say I'm going with my boss. It's like, I don't know. But
right. I know what you mean.
You're right. It's ultimately like whether or not it's a deal breaker to me. He has, you know, we did have a conversation. I called him. He said, you know, yeah, we weren't exclusive. I'm sorry that like it's your friend, that you found out this way. You know, I think, like you said, we have to have the conversation if I'm still interested of it. Like, is this trending in the direction that we, you know, both agree where it's going before? I don't know.
Yeah. And look, maybe you're not interested, you know what I mean? And also maybe even if maybe you were kind of on the fence, and maybe this just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And even though, you know, it's not really a deal breaker, you just feel kind of, the vibes are now just off. That's the other thing with dating. Mm-hmm. You don't really have to have like a, fucking data driven reason. You can just be like, you know what? I just, for whatever reason, I'm not feeling it anymore. And that's totally valid as well. So, you know, you just have to kind of search within here. But I know what you mean. The friend group thing is tough, because like I am very like, I don't give a fuck about, you know, we're, like we said, we're pretty pro promiscuity here on Stavvy's World. I'm not a guy who gives a fuck about body count or anything like that. But if it's like somebody who's hooked up with people I know, that's different than generally like go out, have a great time. It's a different social dynamic than like judging someone for having sex. It's just like, I don't want to fuck. That's just like, I don't know. It just is weirder to me. Like, I don't care if it's a bunch of theoretical people, but I don't want it to be somebody that like I know.
It's too real. Yeah, because it's like the same group of friends who have been asking me, you know, oh, hey, how's it going with that guy?
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, actually, he sucked he fucked our mutual friend on Sunday, you know?
Yeah.
So that kind of makes me feel stupid. But
Yeah, you don't want him to have 2 potential invites to like a group happy hour. You don't want him to be potentially 2 people's plus 1 just to like a fucking to a party.
That's where the poly really comes in. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, or just take the plunge and go full poly. No, you don't want that.
No.
But yeah.
All right. I appreciate you guys. I love you both.
Love you too. Good luck out there.
Good luck, Keek. Thanks for calling.
You'll find the solution.
Stavvy. Bye.
We believe in you.
Thanks, Stav.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's move it right along.
Yes.
We're on with A. I'm just gonna call you A, so I don't dox you, because your question's pretty funny.
I got you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I gotta get to a private place.
No worries.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up, Big A?
Basically, 23 years old and never been with. Okay, let me rephrase that. Never had a girlfriend and never been in a relationship. But I've only ever been with sex workers. I've only been with women I've paid for sex from. Done it about like 80 times now.
80?
With like
or
80, yeah.
Okay.
80.
Nice.
And I've done it with like 50 some women.
Hell yeah, dude.
I saw some more than once. And then I don't ask how I got all the money to do that. Mostly from college loans and shit.
Holy fuck. This man is fucking. He's like, I can get the digital textbook. I'll figure it out. I buy them used off the third market.
Dude, it's been fucked, man. It's a problem.
This man dipped into the Pell Grant.
yeah, exactly. No, like that's literally what it is. And so, anyways, I went to the 12-step group. I had a sponsor. I was like sober from, paying for sex and watching porn for like 9 months, and then I fucked up.
Sure, it happens.
I'm okay. But basically, I'm trying to figure out how to actually talk to women that I don't pay for sex from, because I'm like super awkward for me, and I'm never really, I don't know, I just get like nervous. I get so in my head about what to say, and I don't really know what to do. And
I get it, dude. I mean, listen, that it is tough. I mean, so what are you doing right now? Like, are you working a program again, or do you have a sponsor? What are you doing now?
I'm just in therapy, but I mean, like, I might go back to the program and stuff.
Yeah, because like it's funny because sometimes I love to make fun of people who are like, I'm a sex addict, and it's really just a guy who wants cover to cheat on his wife. But you sound like a legit, like you got some real shit going on here.
Yeah.
And so
I'm in it. I've gone like credit card debt over this shit.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. So that's why I think first and foremost, I think it's important for you to feel like you have a handle on the situation, right? Like,
right. And
then probably the two go hand in hand. You start feeling overwhelmed, and you just are like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go, buy some pussy about this to calm my nerves. I get that. But I mean, dude, the thing about, I mean, I think it sounds like you have like some general anxiety issues about socializing in general. Does that sound good? Like reasonable, not just women, but just whoever the fuck you're talking to?
Yeah, I mean, I have autism, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get pretty anxious around that shit. That's cool, though.
I'm
better.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, but that makes sense, right? Like, it's not like, it makes sense why you would have some worries about, some social anxiety in that sense. And I think, I think you just kind of have to start at the absolute sort of like building blocks of socializing and like making friends and like just sort of like, I wonder if there's specific it's almost like specific, like, you know, like the general advice for stuff like this, I think, is be more social overall. Like, join groups, have friend groups, have like people that you sort of lean on, meet people through other people, that kind of thing. And I think like more practice socializing and more practice talking to women definitely always helps. And I think like the same thing about the general advice we give people here is like, work on yourself, start feeling more confident. I feel like when you're already sort of feeling, when you're kind of in the throes of an addiction, when you're clearly you're having like psychological issues and mental issues that are like leading you to obsess and to like, you know, be addicted to sex and sex work and all that kind of stuff. And I think when you start kind of feeling better about yourself is when you start feeling confident enough to talk to people outside of the like sex addiction stuff. Is there other things in your life you want to change? Is there stuff like how are things going sort of generally? Because obviously we all want to, you know, everybody wants attention from women, all this other stuff. But if you have other things fucking you up, it's going to make it very hard to sort of like get over that, especially when, you know, you've had a rough go at it up until now.
I mean, like, funnily enough, relatively speaking, like after I got out of college, and have a job now, it's actually like better in a lot of ways. I have like a pretty good group of friends. Like I've had friends mostly from high school and earlier parts of my life. I guess there's like some family shit that's a little bit annoying, but it's not actually like big deal shit.
Okay.
Right now, so
you're feeling like you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, you know, and like I do like the typical shit. Like I like go to the gym and try to journal when I can, and you know, I'm starting to read again and all that. So like, I think, you know, people say like be more in your hobbies and stuff. I'm trying to do that, but like, yeah, I mean, it does. Not having a relationship experience at my age is a little bit, I don't know, it makes me insecure, but yeah.
I get that, but I also think like I wouldn't worry about that shit either. I mean, like literally, it really isn't crazy in your early 20s to not have a serious girlfriend. It's not at all. Like, you know, literally, like I didn't have like a serious girlfriend until I was 21. You know what I mean? Like I didn't date anybody until I was like 21. And then after that, it was like a while after that. Like, I mean, I have my own issues,
okay.
but I don't think you should feel. It's easy to say don't feel insecure. Obviously, like it's not how insecurity works. But I just think at that, like that's not something that's stopping you. I think it's just the general advice of like, you have to keep putting yourself out there. And it's like, how many things are you doing to meet women and talk to women? Like what is your current, what even is your strategy, right? Because, you know, if it's just wanting to get pussy.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I did like a speed dating thing, and I mean, that was cool. I fucked it up. I admit that, because I got like one match off it, and then I was like not texting enough. Yeah. So that was on me.
Then you went to the ATM.
Yeah. Then you fucking pawned your fucking college your mother's fucking engagement ring to go buy some fucking pussy.
Yeah, it's really at that. Yeah, but so then I like basically, I don't know. I just was like too stuck on like what to say. But I've tried like dating apps and shit, and that doesn't really work. It just doesn't fucking land. But
so.
Dude, yeah. I'm going to say you're fucking like 23 years old. We have said to people in the past on the show before, like at a certain point, if you get to your like mid 20s to late 20s and you're still a virgin, just go get a fucking sex worker. But this is proof that, you know, you've gotten a lot of sex workers.
Yeah.
And you're like in the exact same spot we were fucking at when we were 23 years old.
Right.
23-year-olds, a lot of them just don't get that much pussy.
That's a great point.
And that's okay, man.
It's true.
And you know, that's just like because being 23 kind of sucks. And, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with like your sex addiction in a way. So you have like this sex addiction. That's a whole other thing that I know you're like, you went through the program and you're like still doing it, but like, you know, you've been 9 months out of this thing trying to just deal with that very big thing.
It's actually, I started doing it again, but yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm at the moment of calling, like, I'm okay. Like,
So you're not fucking a sex worker this very second. Got it. But
no, she's right. She's right here. She's doing
The hour's about to be up.
But you know, man, that's like just like I don't know. Maybe you just don't need to worry about dating or like fucking right now or something. Like you need to just deal with this sex addiction and feel like you can be like comfortable in your own skin and your psychology and stuff, and make sure you like deal with that thoroughly without being like, because if you don't, it's gonna be like, oh, this date went bad. Oh, I'm gonna get a sex worker right now and like go get some, go pay for some pussy. So
yeah.
So no, I think that's really that's a good perspective, Eldis, but I don't think that necessarily means you have to not try. Now look, maybe you do need to deal with it. Maybe you need to like fully feel like you're over it. It's possible. I don't know. I think you'll figure that out and see how it affects your life. But I think it's important to keep in mind, when you're 23, you try and get pussy. Your whole life is trying to get pussy, and it happens like once every month if you're lucky. You know what I mean? Like, or you get a girlfriend, and you know what I mean, and then it's different. And the important thing is to not get discouraged. And it's the old adage: the road to a win is littered with losses, and you have to go collect losses, because it feels like what happens is you deal with some adversity and then you like kind of give into addiction, which I get. You know, definitely I've used food, I've used drugs to cope with rejection, even like romantic rejection, right? Like we all go to our things sometimes when we're feeling like shit, but you know, you got hung up on saying the wrong thing. I think that's maybe your main block, is like overthinking that shit. And again, I fucked up matches by overthinking what to say. I think in general, you just have to keep putting yourself out there. You have to keep trying, and you have to do multiple things. Going to the speed dating thing, I think that's a fucking perfect example of the kind of shit you should be doing. Going to fucking, trying the apps. And again, everyone says dating sucks. Even like fucking people who have their shit completely together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who don't have to call a former prostitute to talk them off the ledge. You don't have to we don't have to call a former male prostitute who both got paid to suck, who got divorced because he was sucking dick and eating pussy at the same time, to like walk them through shit. Like it's tough for everybody. So understand that it's going to be a little harder for you, right? Because it's just like you're a little in your head and you might feel like a late bloomer, but a lot of people do this shit. A lot of people go through this shit. A lot of people who are 23, a lot of dudes who are 23 are going through this exact same shit. The important thing is don't give up. The important thing is keep trying, keep bettering yourself, whether that's getting your addiction under control, whether that's keep going to the gym, keep whatever, keep even in your job if that's how you feel, working hard, whatever. And just like and try different stuff, like going to a singles thing, keeping the apps going, being social in general, attending, just like, go to a bar every once in a while, go to like a party, go to a group that's not your friends, right?
Yeah.
Like play some even if it's some corny bullshit like adult fucking kickball or some shit, it's like, who cares? Go to a beer league and like go to fucking trivia, like just do kind of corny social young 20s shit. And it's not about the activity, it's about just like meeting people and like a varied approach while you're working on yourself and working actively on attacking your hangups, which seem to be overthinking. You're overthinking because you're afraid of rejection. Just go get fucking rejected, dude. The more you get rejected, the more you're closer to getting somebody to accept you. And I think it seems like, especially the fact you got a good job, you got a bunch of other shit under control, you're in a pretty good zone. Because I think a lot of people are in your position who don't have a good job, don't go to the fucking gym, you know what I mean? Like, they have a lot of other shit against them. So look at the positives. Don't just focus on the negatives. You're not in a bad spot, all things considered, for being 23.
Yeah, I will say too, like, you know, I agree with Stav. It's important to like go through the motions of dating and like use the apps in your early 20s just because, like, you know, that's like a part of culture. That's just how like people date nowadays. But also, like, you'll be surprised if you just like focus on yourself and like feeling good about yourself. You'll be surprised. Like, pussy will start coming in from unexpected directions,
wells.
man. You'll just hit it off with someone at a bar or like a party without even thinking about it, and start picking up vibes. And that'll start happening. Like, you have to almost like not think about it and just like focus on, just like try to be comfortable in yourself in whatever space you're in, whatever you're doing, and then like shit will just start happening. So, you know, don't be don't be like so dating craved, so pussy craved. Like, you know, if you just have that easygoing energy about you, people will just gravitate to you. Girls will start vibing, and you know, you'll be like, oh, this is kind of like, I
think you're right.
Once you get in the swing of it, like, there really is nothing to it. There's just vibes.
Totally. My only point is that he needs a little exposure therapy for saying you'll say the wrong thing, you'll embarrass yourself, and then you'll realize that's not the end of the world. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And you just need to experience that a couple times. But you're in a good zone, brother. Just don't, and you know, we very rarely tell people this, but don't buy any more pussy.
Okay. Oh, listen. I'm gonna. It's reassuring to know that I'm not like weird for being 23 in my position with my dating life. That's actually good to know here from you guys,
dude. You're not weird at all.
No,
you're not weird at all. Even like even guys who haven't who don't have an addiction, aren't autistics, are hotter than you, like have more money than you. Even they at 23 don't fuck that much. 23 is a bad age to be a man, dude. It's not bad when you're in like early college. That's pretty fun, and then like becomes, you know, late 20s and on are better. But then it gets even better in like your 40s. Like, it's pretty nice to be an older dude too. You're good. This is just the worst time to be a man. Like, early 20s suck dick as a dude.
Yep.
Okay. That's somehow reassuring. Actually.
It is, dude. But, better days are ahead.
Yeah.
Just don't don't go fucking, you know, the Sith incel path. keep fucking working on yourself.
That.
Yeah, only from within will destruction come, but don't give into it. Don't give into it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. One last thing.
Yeah.
Should I just take this thing, like my history with this addiction? Should I just like take that to the grave with whoever I date and just like kind of not bring it up?
You don't have to lead with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's something you need to bring up really, unless you're like in a really, really like deep relationship. You know what I mean? Like, for the time being, like, you know, when you're discussing like your issues with somebody later on or whatever. But right now, you know, that doesn't have to come up. You're 23, like, you know, most of the kids your age are fucking pillheads, or your thing just happens to be buying pussy instead of drugs or gaming or whatever other fucking pathetic. Your pathetic bullshit is buying too much pussy instead of taking Xanax and playing Call of Duty all day or whatever. Yeah. So you're good, man.
I appreciate that, man. Love the show.
All right, dude.
I'll see you guys.
Thanks for listening.
Good luck, eh?
Sweet guy.
I think he's gonna be all right.
I think so, man. I love the different flavors of the same guy that we get. This guy does buy pussy. You know what I mean? The other guy has never even fucking, you know, done anything with a woman. So
yeah, and they can be like in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Ultimately, let's move on to Not Vegan. Are you there?
Hello?
Oh, shit. Not Vegan, you have your video on. We don't have to show your face if you don't want. Well, I guess we won't, but yeah, go ahead.
What's up, Not Vegan?
Okay. Hey.
What's going on? What's your problem?
I have many, but my current problem
this particular
is
one.
So I for 36 years thought I had like a perfect marriage. Like that's what I was like hoping for.
Not
And
vegan.
then
You're a little choppy.
a few years back, my dad.
We can't. Sorry, we can't. You're
I'm a little
breaking up.
choppy.
You're breaking
Yeah.
up a little bit. Would taking the video off help? Did you?
The
take
video
it off?
is off.
I'm gonna take the.
Yeah, if you're on Wi-Fi, maybe turn it off and just use your phone data. That might help.
Yeah, I just turned my Wi-Fi off.
Nice.
Is that better?
You're coming
Yep.
in nice and clear,
Yep,
crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Okay, perfect. So, my parents were together for 36 years. I was like, wow, this is love. Like, good for them. Happy family. And then a few years ago, my dad had what had to have been like a midlife crisis. So he was like a cop his whole life, retired like 10 years ago, used his pension to buy a restaurant.
Oh no!
So he
All those minority arms broken just to fail at selling ribs. Go ahead.
Literally, and it was like the worst fucking food too, like American. It was so bad. But
Kitchen nightmare.
Damn. Yeah,
no,
where was
literally,
John
like, they had
Taffer when you
five
needed
cooks,
him?
A nightmare too.
Oh God. Okay, so the restaurant flops. It sounds like.
Yes, and like in this flop, my dad is like taking us all down with him. So he meets this like career waitress. She's in her 60s, has tiggle bitties, and is like an attractive older woman.
Yeah.
And he decides like he is absolutely in love with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he tells my mom, like, I'm no longer in love with you. I'm in love with this woman.
Oh my God.
But I want us to stay married.
What?
Yes.
Damn.
Wow.
Hold on, just one little detail. You said this woman looks like Elvira, right?
Oh yeah. No, so like on her Facebook, she literally like dresses up like Elvira and like straight up thinking
shit.
she's like some sort of like sorceress.
Gotcha. So we've got like a first generation e-thought. Before they even had the internet, she was an e-girl.
Exactly. She is like the worst kind of fucking human alive.
Yeah. So oh man. I mean, this is, by the way, your dad buys a restaurant. I mean, this is what he had in mind. He wasn't thinking about fucking making food. He was thinking about fucking waitresses, but
Fucking big titty goth girls.
so yeah. Fucking leaves the force, grows his hair out, starts dating alt girls. Hilarious. Okay, so and then he proposes this insane thing to your mom where they're going to stay married, presumably because he didn't want to have to give her anything in the divorce. Is that what's going on?
I have no idea what like mental state he was in, but it like I can't even. I don't know. I think he wanted to just have his cake and eat it too.
Sure.
So like he wanted to stay in the house, stay married to my mom, but also be like stepping out with this woman
Oh,
like on the
wow.
side, who also, by the way, has a husband and a kid.
Oh my God! What the fuck? So
Yeah.
I mean, your dad's coming out as poly in his old age. I mean, this is fucking insane.
Well, it gets worse.
Keep going, please.
So I convinced my mom, like, no, you're not fucking doing that. Because she was like, I guess this is just what I have to do now. And I was like,
Damn,
absolutely
dude.
fucking not. Like, you're getting a divorce. You're
Damn, men
separating,
had
whatever
it
you
so
do.
good a generation ago. You really could make women do whatever the fuck you wanted, man. Anyway, good for you. Good for you for telling your mom not to do that.
Yeah. So my mom's actually doing great now. She's thriving. She does like yoga lattes, Zumba.
Hell
Like she's
yeah.
living her best life.
Good for her.
But my dad now is like spiraling out of control. Like
Yeah. No
for
shit.
for like 6 months after the separation, he was like depressed, like moved out, got like a really sad apartment with like one piece of furniture in it and like one piece of strange artwork. And like I went to go visit him and he's like, yeah, like I don't know what to do. Like this bitch won't move in with me. Like he was complaining because like his hoe won't move in with him.
Is she still with her husband?
With her husband, correct.
Holy shit. Wow. Your dad really just doesn't. I mean, this is why when men had honor, they just cheated and kept their mouth shut. This guy's trying to codify this relationship. He could have just gotten head in his supply closet every once in a while and kept his trap shut.
Honestly, that would have been much fucking better. Like, just do it the old school way. Like, please keep us out of it.
Yeah, it's none of my business. Damn, that's hilarious. So your dad is and I assume the restaurant has failed completely by now, or what?
Oh, straight into the ground. Straight, like nosedive. Like since he took it over, like it took a complete 180 and just went to shit.
Oh my God. Yes. Retired cop, failed restaurateur, divorcee. That's maybe one of the most divorced guys of all time. Former cop, recently failed restaurateur.
Yeah,
that's a very divorced man right there. Has your dad gotten any back tattoos or new arm sleeves recently?
I haven't seen him, but probably. This is like the track he's on.
Yeah. Okay. Is that kind of any more updates, or is that kind of where we're at now?
The last update, which is like the worst one, is that he now took my mom off as the beneficiary of his life insurance and put this new woman on.
Wow. That's crazy. Not even you. Like, okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I was like, you have 3 children.
That's
any one of us,
crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, look, whatever. He takes your mom off. They got divorced. But put your kids as the beneficiary. That's fucking insane. And this woman is married to another man?
Yeah, and he's even worse. Like, he's, like, jacked up. Definitely has a back tattoo. Like, would kill my dad in, like, a snap of his wrist.
So, and this guy doesn't know this? Or what do you think's going on there?
So, finally, she did move in.
Oh, wow.
They're living together in their, like, little fucking cute apartment.
Interesting.
So, I guess he knows now.
Interesting. What if this is just a plot to kill your father by this white trash couple to get his life insurance?
Yeah.
This could be a good fucking like thriller plot, honestly.
Well, that's what I keep telling my dad. So he doesn't know that we know that my mom's off the life insurance. The only reason my mom knows is because she got like a letter in the mail saying like, hey, you've been removed from this plan.
Right.
And then it shows like who the new names
nuts.
the new beneficiary.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So have you talked to your dad about this at all?
Well, so in the beginning I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? You need to go to therapy. Like, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I set him up with a therapist. His therapist told him that guilt and shame are not valid emotions and he shouldn't feel those.
Whoa.
I was like, no, you should definitely feel both of those things.
That's crazy.
Very hard.
The fuck? You should have done a little more screening on this therapist, it sounds like.
I guess so.
Guilt and shame are not valid emotions. Is that just what your dad wanted to get out of it?
I'm sure he was just hearing what he wanted to hear.
Yeah, that sounds like, your dad paraphrased it in his own words.
My dad would never go to therapy, but I can't imagine the ways he would weaponize his misunderstandings of what his therapist said in arguments. So that is actually a very interesting point. But, okay, so what's going on now?
So basically, I'm like, how the fuck do I convince my dad that he needs to leave this woman who's probably slowly poisoning him for his life insurance money?
Yeah.
Or do I just say, fuck you, and just stop talking to my dad? Because it's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like over the whole situation. I can't even like talk to him without wanting to throw my phone across the room anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Now, look, I don't think you can tell him to leave this woman, right? It's his fucking life. Yeah. He wants to be a fucking idiot, whatever. He blew up his life for these big old 60-year-old titties. He might as well get to suck on them. You know, he's in a fucking horrible apartment. His children don't respect him. He lost his fucking pension on a shitty restaurant. Like, his wife is having a fucking yoga glow up now. His ex-wife is actually so much better off. All he's got is getting to fuck this woman, right? Like, you know, to me, the thing I would do is be like, how I think stressing the life insurance thing and being like, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't your children the beneficiary? And you could even, it doesn't even have to be you, but you could just be like, it could be one of your siblings, whatever. But it's like, that I would have a big issue with, and that I would confront my father about, and that would, for me, be enough. If like, again, what is my? It's hard for me to say because like my dad has I don't even know if anybody would insure him. He's had like 3 heart attacks, but like, I think for me that's more of a thing that feels like a betrayal. Because look, unfortunately, people get divorced, whatever. It's a weird, fucked up thing he did, but it's not, you're an adult, you know how people are. I don't think that's grounds to cut your father out of your life.
Yeah.
But putting his new girlfriend over you after the divorce or over your siblings and something like this, is weird because like, I don't actually think this woman is secretly trying to kill your father, but it is like weird that she's on his life insurance and they're just like, and they just moved in together. Like, who even has that conversation? I mean, maybe your dad did it to be like, fuck, maybe he did it because he's mad at his ex and he's like, your mom, and he just wants to be like, you're getting off it and I'm putting, my new bitch on. But I would feel fucked up about it if my dad put his new girlfriend instead of his kids. So but you can't tell him what to do. And like, the amount you want to have him in your life, that's up to you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't think necessarily. I mean, the life insurance thing is the closest thing in my mind to a deal breaker that he's done. But if you talk to him about it and he still refuses, that's more grounds to be like, you know what? I don't know if I need to fucking have you in my life right now. You're pissing me off. But yeah, I think that's
the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you please.
The only problem with bringing up the life insurance to my dad directly is like my mom and my sister have this like underground network where they're getting all their secrets. So that's how they know, like they moved in together. That's how they know about the life insurance. And my mom was like, don't you fucking dare tell him that I know about the life insurance. So like, I've been trying to like secretly drop hints like, Dad, I had a vision that like your bitch was slowly poisoning you and she got the life insurance money.
Two things here. What do you mean an underground secrets network that's informing on your father? What the fuck does that mean?
I have literally, I'll be like, how do you know? My sister goes like, I have my sources. And she won't fucking drop her sources.
So your whole family is insane is what you're telling me?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I don't think you need to drop hints. I think you'd be like, hey, so everything is finalized with the divorce. Like, whatever happened to the life insurance? You're gonna make one of us your benefit. Like, that's a very reasonable question post divorce to be like. So what, like you could ask him a handful of questions like, have you guys finalized everything, about the house, about whatever, and you could even put life insurance in there, and you could be like, you should probably make one of us the beneficiaries if you want to take mom off. I mean, I don't even think it's the kind of thing you need to be sneaking around about. I think it's I think it's like a logistical question that you can very reasonably bring up to your dad post-divorce.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
that makes sense.
And then you can just legitimately ask him about other things you're wondering about, because I'm sure life insurance is not the only thing. His will, it's a little morbid, but it's like if you're talking about, like, these are all things you should say, hey, now that divorce is over, we have some shit to figure out because mom's not, in your life anymore, but like, so let's figure this out in a way that makes sense legally. I think that's reasonable. Mm-hmm. I don't think you have to like be like, I went to a psychic who told me she's going to strangle you in your sleep. I think a straightforward question might be actually a better way to go about this.
No, that's literally what I was doing. I was like, I had another vision once a month I would text him like, you're going to die.
Fuck. Hilarious though. That is very funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, sounds like I just need to like be straight with my dad and just talk to him.
Yeah.
Which is not what I was hoping to hear, but
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, most of these calls boil down to that. But it is fun to hear about. I mean, your dad is out of it. That's such a hilarious retirement plan.
He is a dumbass, but you know, like Stav said, it is his life. It's like, obviously you can harbor angst against your parents for cheating and blowing up their marriage and life, especially when it's like clearly so misguided. Like your dad clearly had a midlife crisis, but
it's like pathetic.
You have to like look into the future, especially if you're thinking about like cutting them off. It's like, you know, there's two ways this could go for your dad. It could just like this relationship with this girl, with this woman could just go up in flames. Or who knows? Maybe they just stay together and she's in your life for like, and she's in your life for like 10 years, 15 years, who knows, whatever the fuck. And it's like, you know, look into the future and consider both of those. And it's like, what is your relationship with your dad going to look like either way? Eventually your like anger towards him will soften. You will always think he's a dumbass. He sounds pretty fucking stupid and hilarious, but you know, just something to keep in mind. Think about this like more long term rather than the initial like shock and anger you're feeling now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now his new thing is like, besides being a fucking idiot, he's like taking out thousands of dollars from like what remains of him and my mom's like bank account and like investing in like platinum and like precious metals. I'm like, okay,
man.
What do you mean their joint bank? I mean, your mom's got to figure that out with her lawyers. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Platinum? I thought you were going to say Bitcoin, and somehow precious metals sound stupider to me. But hey, either way, yeah, talk to him about that too. Like, hey, don't you think it's fucked up you're stealing money? But hey, sounds like you got your work cut out. But you know, ultimately,
talk to your dad like you're a counselor, not like you're his like daughter.
Yeah, true,
you know?
true.
It's like help guide him in the direction of making less horrible mistakes in the future.
Yeah.
But also, you know, he's gonna do whatever stupid ass shit he's gonna do, and ultimately, you don't have that much control over that.
Amen. Good luck, sister.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
Man, retired cop.
That's opens
awesome.
fucking buys a restaurant. You know the guy who's getting out of that restaurant, his eyes lit up when this guy got his fucking pension check. Oh yeah, it just needs a steady hand. Gulp. Fucking idiot.
Okay, I'm gonna go to one that is. It seems kind of similar to one that we did, but man, the details are looking crazy. So we got to just talk to this guy.
All right.
Alex, what's going on? You're on with me and Stav. Take yourself off mute.
Hello, Alex.
Take yourself off mute, pal.
Hey, guys.
What's up, dude?
Not too much. I saw this was going on, and I was excited at the opportunity to tell my crazy story.
Okay, what's going on, brother?
All right. So, I had been seeing my girlfriend for about 6 years, and then we decided to get married, and we got married last September, and then. So what happened was we were married for about 3 months. She had been a little depressed, nothing too crazy. I thought it was like post-wedding blues. She was complaining about her job a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really understand what was going down. But then I kept on saying like 2025 is going to be our year. So we go through the holidays. The very first day I am back at the office away from home, I can't get in touch with her. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, wow.
I'm freaking out. I like call my friends, call her family. Nobody knows where she is. I call her. I'm like, I think she got into a car accident. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I call her family and I tell them what's up and they're shocked. And then I call her work. I finally get a hold of her work after hours because she was supposed to be home. Couldn't find her, and so I get in touch with them, and they're like, "Yeah, she quit her job."
Whoa!
And she was like,
fuck?
"Yeah, she quit her job, no notice." She called us. It was like 10 o'clock this morning. Where we feel
she quit that day.
This,
the day that the day you couldn't find her, she had quit.
She quit her job. Couldn't find her at all. So then I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know. Did she like go crazy? What's happened? I call her family. I'm like, I'm going to go check at the house and see what's going on. So I go back home. I find a Dear John letter.
Oh, no.
I find her phone, which she has reset. And I find her wedding ring.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And again, no notice on this whatsoever.
And I'm sorry, this was.
I left for work. She was like, all right, I'll see you later. Bye. And because she was going to leave 20 minutes later. What I didn't know is that she was going to ransack the house, pack up all of her shit. Like, I got home and it looked like the place had been robbed. And then I talked to her and I'm like, well, I can't get a hold of her. Obviously, her phone's right there. So I read the Dear John letter, and it basically says that she had been unhappy before the marriage, and she didn't have the balls to tell me about it.
Oh my God!
Meanwhile, I paid $20,000 for a wedding.
Oh my!
I got a tattoo on my finger, like of a wedding band.
Well, that's
she also got a.
That's kind of on you. I mean, the tattoo band is kind of on you.
What's that?
The tattoo band is sort of like, you're almost guaranteeing a wedding doesn't work when you get that white trash fucking wedding ring, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It was the first time I'd ever gotten a tattoo, so I thought it meant a lot to show her that, like, the first tattoo will be my wedding band.
Yeah, brutal.
And she gets this, she had like a full sleeve, so she got this weird ornate tattoo that you could kind of see a wedding band in the middle of all the flowers. So I should have known beforehand. So
she wouldn't even put it on her finger.
And then she says that mainly that she didn't like how I couldn't get my life together. Now, mind you, I was financially stable. I have a decent job. I paid more for things than she ever did when we were together. Again, paid for the wedding. And what she's basically getting at is that around resolution season, I'm always like, yeah, I gotta lose weight or I gotta eat healthier, and I just would fall off the wagon maybe. And so again, that is not a divorceable offense or a leavable offense.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? This doesn't make any fucking sense. And then later on in the letter, she says, I don't want to talk to my family anymore. I want to start a whole new life. I signed a lease on the other part of the country.
Wow.
And I hope you have a good life, basically.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I reach out to her sister, and of course, you can't just actually break ties like that. So
doesn't want to speak to her family is really next level insane. Yeah.
I can talk to her through email. So I just send her, because that's what she starts doing. She sent me one email that said, you were looking for me, read the letter. Because I was texting her and emailing her being like, are you dead? What's going on? So anyway, yeah. I talked to her very briefly. Basically, I write her an email that says, I would like a divorce. What did you take? Because the house got robbed and I'm having PTS going through stuff. I can't find things and I don't know what the story is. And I basically cut ties off at that point.
Smart. Good for you.
Yeah. Block her on everything. But about a month later, I'm going through TV, and she linked her Spotify account to the Apple TV. And I'm looking at this, and I see it's all love songs.
Oh, God.
And she has a shared playlist with this dude named Jeremy. And I'm like, who the fuck is Jeremy?
Yeah, fuck.
So I tell her sister, who is sort of the in-between point for negotiating the divorce.
Yeah.
Basically, when I would.
How annoyed is she, by the way?
I would talk to her sister.
How annoyed is she that her dumb bitch sister has just made this errand for her for a year?
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's this guy, Jeremy. I don't know what the story is, but I'm listening to breakup music. I was unconsolable.
Yeah, of course.
For 2 weeks straight. Whole life was shattered from her.
Of course.
And she, love songs. And I come to find out that So when I tell her sister, and I show her that I can see what's going on her Spotify. So I take over her playlist. So I play songs "Liar" by Henry Rollins over and over again. And then I see she pauses it because she can see I'm in her shit. And I know she's trying to kick me out. So I find some song that's called "Fuck You, Bitch," and I play that for her. So then she kicks me out. So Ash, her name is Ashley in real life.
Yeah.
And she ends up like telling her sister like a preemptive strike and tells her whole family about how she met a guy on Reddit. And I'm like, how do you meet a guy on Reddit? She was probably like showing nudes of herself or something.
Yeah.
And then she ends up finding this guy from Fargo, and they moved in like the most luxurious place in Fargo, which costs like $1,100 a month.
Right.
And she decided to like be with this guy. And even worse, it started me like down a rabbit hole, and I figured out that around Thanksgiving, when she told me she was going on a weekend trip with her friend to Florida, she God. Actually flew out to North Dakota.
So she had been,
to see this guy. So this was like we had been married a month.
Oh my God, dude!
And she went out and basically saw the sight lines, met the guy, made sure that they fit together, and then took off.
Just getting her P's and Q's together to fucking leave. Insane, dude.
Yeah. So all of our friends, we were all heartbroken about her leaving. Family was all heartbroken about her leaving. She took an espresso machine that she said she used more, but I had paid like $800 worth of this $1,000 machine.
Well, that settles it. She's a bad like that fucking matters. She fucking abandoned you and cheated on you, and you're like, but my espresso machine.
You know, it's funny. I tell this story to so many people. It's the espresso machine that really gets them pissed off. Where they're like,
I think it's the betrayal and the.
She wasn't happy about this. I'm like,
what
yeah,
a bitch, dude! What a dumb
fuck
bitch.
That bitch.
It is crazy to do what she did and steal appliances.
I know. I mean, this is a bad person. This is a horrible person.
So I end up like again. I didn't really talk to her much. I file for divorce. I see her through WebEx, through like the court systems, and that was the last time I ever saw her. And the only thing that's getting me, I'm going through like, you know, a bunch of therapy, a lot of friends, a lot of social networks trying to do all the right thing. But like in practical sense, like because there was no closure to this thing, she's still rattling around in my brain. So anything that you could advise for closure would be nice.
There's no closure. Closure's fake.
Well,
let's start there. Before the end then, if she had sat you down and said, hey, I actually cheated on you on Thanksgiving and I don't want to be here. Like if there's no and like I won't steal your espresso machine and I'm going to have movers come on this date. Yeah, you would have like been able to work up to it a little bit. It wouldn't have blindsided you, but like there's no closure. You're just still upset because you got broken up with it. You got broken up with, and it was in a fucked up way. So the trauma of the fucked up way will just make it last a little longer. But the feelings of like letting someone go that you thought was going to be your wife, you thought you were in the fucking honeymoon phase, and that was the worst part of the relationship. You got fucked with psychologically. So first of all, any breakup from something this serious is going to take years. And when it's this fucked up, sprinkle a little more on it. That's all, dude. It's not that their closure would have helped. It's not nothing. That's bullshit. It all takes a long time, and yours is going to take longer because you're dealing with it on like 2 or 3 different levels.
And totally agree on all that. This is a terrible thing. I get these reoccurring nightmares, though, of I'm just confronting her and screaming at her about what happened. Because it's like, you know what, the cheating part, that didn't upset me, honestly, that much. It was more the fact that she was able to avoid her emotions and to understand what she had done. She was just running away to like the next chapter of her life and like didn't even consider what she had done to everybody.
That is the cheating
in, like,
part that's getting you angry, by the way.
Yeah,
so
you're mad.
Like, I just want to yell at her.
Of course.
I mean, honestly, I could call. I got her number from the fucking divorce. I could call her right now and scream at her. But I don't think that's going to do anything for me.
No.
Send her a Discord invite. Get her in here and let's settle this right now.
Right. So, so that's going on that end. And maybe it'll just be time before I can figure this out. But any strategy.
That's exactly that example is exactly what I was talking about. In a normal relationship, you would just be sad for a year, or in a normal breakup, you would just be sad for a year or two. But in this, there's going to be you dealing with the way you were broken up with, and that desire to want to be angry at her is exactly what I mean. Until you're going to get done with that, and then you're going to be sad. And so, of course, it's natural to want to fucking scream at her. But, like, dude, she's a fucking dumb bitch. She's a sociopath. She's not, it's not, the worst part is the kind of impotence that you cannot hurt her because she's a fucking piece of shit that isn't, doesn't behave the way human beings do. So you yell at her, it doesn't fucking matter. She might feel like shit for a little bit, but and when you're done, you're not going to feel better. You won't.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah, the only thing that made me feel better is that in the last month or so through the grapevine, I had heard she hates her new boyfriend. She didn't really understand what cost of living was, where she just saw that Fargo was cheap. But then she found out, like, her boyfriend, whoever it is now, Jeremy or somebody else, ended up, losing his job. And she has to work 3 jobs now to take care of it.
Yeah, listen.
So I guess, that's my only thing.
It's good. Listen, I'm with you. I want this woman to suffer. She's bad. She's a bad person. But you won't truly be free until you don't even give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there was no balancing of the scales that will make you feel better. She fucked you up. You'll never be able to get even. All you can do is heal from this, dude. Like, it sucks. You trusted her. You spent a fucking, you did a wedding that you could have, that $20K, you could have been in fucking, Thailand forgetting your worries right now, living like a king. And so, her life is probably, listen, by the way, take a little solace in the fact that, probably her life's going to be bad. This is the kind of person who treats her fucking husband like this. Like, yes, of course she treats people this poorly, and she's not going to end up in a good one, probably. But that doesn't even fucking matter, dude. You just need you just need time, and you need more of it than you think. And it'll take a while, but, hopefully, then she'll fucking, there'll be some other guy after this, probably. You were probably an escape from some other fucking guy. Like, this seems like her thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it. I was actually her second husband.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So the only other thing I was really hoping for is her 1 year anniversary is going to come up in a month or two, and I'm just trying to figure out a good way to celebrate it with friends. Do you have any recommendations for that?
No, man. This is not the kind of thing you want to make a party out of. This has to become a regular day. There's no, dude, I know the thinking. You're like, sad? I'm at a party with strippers, bitch. Could a guy be sad? Yes, you're going to be sad. It's going to be brutal. Now, if you want to hang out with your friends and just have a nice day, take your mind off it, go to the movies, get a nice dinner, just see your friends, that's different. But making it this whole thing about, not only am I not sad, but this is actually cool, it's not. It's actually a horrible day. And the true victory will be when it doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? Now, that's not saying don't have a nice time with your friends and kind of make it easy to get through that day. I think that's kind of a nice idea. But I don't think it has to be like some big blowout. I think it's just like literally take a day and do whatever the fuck you like. You know, for me and Eldest, it would probably be like getting high, watching movies, getting Korean barbecue, playing fucking Wii tennis or Mario tennis or whatever the fuck. Like, whatever that looks like for you, you do that, you know?
Yeah. An afternoon of paintballing will not help you move past this pain.
Yeah, having essentially a bachelor party, I got cucked bachelor party is not going to fucking help you, dude. It's not.
Well, my friends really want to throw the bachelor again party because we're so fresh off of it because it was just a year ago.
Sure. Well, listen.
So they're like, let's do it again.
I say here, I'm not even opposed to that, but I don't link it to this date. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, this date is a bad date that you'll win when it's like it means nothing to you. Not like you know, you don't want to like paper over it. We don't have a big party on 9/11. You know what I mean? We don't have like we don't fly the Blue Angels on 9/11. It's like, oh yeah, those planes were bad. Look at these cool planes. That's not what we do. We just kind of are somber and then have good days the rest of our days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Is there any other like self-care besides time that you think could do me some good?
I mean, I think just the general stuff of like, live intentionally for making yourself feel better, you know? I mean, and the one good thing Spite could do is like, all the shit you said you could never figure out, go figure it the fuck out, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? The shit you would always fall off the wagon on, whatever that is for you, whether that's getting your shit together, whether it's fitness, whether it's whatever, do that stuff because it'll make you feel better. And that's a positive way to channel your spite. You know what I mean? Like, let that fuel you when you don't feel like working out. Be like, fuck that whore. This is actually going to get her. You know what I mean? When she's now like moved to fucking Tampa with her third husband and that's falling apart and, you know, shit's going bad for her. You're doing great in life. You're in better shape. You're getting your shit together. That is the best revenge, you know?
Yeah. I've definitely been following that too. I've been going to the gym and, I think I'm walking like 20 miles a week kind of thing. That. So it's been good. But yeah, I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, dude, and good luck. That fucking sucks dick.
Yeah.
But you honestly sound pretty good, all things considered, for how fucked you are.
Yeah. I grew up with a lot of trauma, so this is like dissociating is my big thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Sounds good. Yeah, keep going to therapy, please. But you're doing great.
Thanks. I'm working on my communication and boundaries, so I just had to let you guys know.
My man.
Beautiful.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Good luck, brother.
Best of luck, man. That's a toughie.
That is really, really tough. Should we order some food? I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, I could eat something.
What are you thinking? Middle Eastern, Chipotle.
Either of those sound good. Some kind of rice situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you wanna we have a couple we could probably speed run through and then we'll wrap it up with an update.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Jub. You're on mute.
Oh, hey.
What's
Hello.
up? What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going okay. Glad to talk with you.
Yeah, thanks for hanging on. We're kind of towards the end of the episode, so we might give you a bit of a speed run treatment, but you know,
okay.
Why don't you lay out what you're dealing with and what's going on?
All right, so I'm 37, have 2 kids, and I'm about to lose my job to AI.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
And me and my wife are in a decent situation now. Like, she has a decent job and I have a decent job, but her job is processing documents for an insurance company. And I feel like that's got to be gone in the next 2 years too. Yeah. And my job is going to be gone in who knows, like next few days, next few weeks. Damn, so I'm trying to figure out like, what should I do as my next step? Like, should I try and evolve in because I work in UI design. Should I try and evolve in my field that I'm in now, or should I just, because I have 2 kids, I have to make these bills. I'm like, should I just trash all that and like I need to become a plumber or I need to become a dental hygienist and like get out of this whole world where AI could fuck me up? Because me and my wife's both careers, I think, are going to get upended because of AI. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to figure this out.
Right.
And what to do next.
Whew. I mean, realistically, do you have the appetite for a complete career change? Is that something that's interesting to you?
I definitely have the necessity. Like, if I have to do it to make the bills, I will do it. But like, I've been behind a computer for a decade. Like, can I become a plumber, or am I too big a pussy to actually do that thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But a dental hygienist, that seems pretty easy. Like, I could do that. That's a 2-year degree, decent money. I'm like, I could do that if I have to.
Do you think your entire industry is gone? You don't think there's a way to like, you don't think you have transferable skills? You don't think there's anything in the, I mean, I get that like UI design, all bunch of programming, all bunch of coding stuff, it feels like it's, you know, all that stuff is pretty vulnerable, but it's like, there's not ways to sort of take your expertise and like pivot within your field? Do you think it's just completely gone?
I don't know. I do think I'm like trying to anticipate the worst outcome, and like that is the worst outcome. I do think there's going to be less opportunities and a more competitive job market. Like, it's already, you see companies trying to figure out what they're going to do going forward. So that's the other thing too, just the uncertainty. I have no idea what the next years hold, but it's like, man, with the 2 kids, I'm like, I gotta plan ahead. And I feel like doing the job pivot helps my future, but I'm really kind of just throwing away a decent amount of experience that I have. But it just gives me so much nerves trying to like, at any moment, some new AI innovation could just fucking knock me out.
It's tough because it's like, you know, you're talking about a drastic career change or something, and you know, realistically, do you have 2 years to try to learn plumbing until you become an apprentice making like, I don't know how much a plumbing apprentice makes, but you know, whatever it is, and you know, just, you know, what you're talking about is something that's going to take like 4 or 5 years realistically until you make like a living that's enough to support you know, what your family.
And the other thing I would say is that not only that, which just does bring up a good point, this isn't something where it's like you can take classes while you work. This is like, do you have the time to do that? But also you're kind of, and look, I get feeling like you certainly have a better sense for your industry than we do. We don't fucking really understand what you're talking about at all. But I also sense a getting a little ahead of yourself, potentially, where it's like, you know, like you say it could be days, it could be weeks. It's like, if it's that imminent, it's like, is it really worth jumping off now, or is it better off to just like deal with it when it comes, and have certain backup plans if that happens? I honestly think you're just way better off trying to see what kind of adjacent things, you know, are safer, or even like kind of making yourself a more sort of a more interesting candidate overall, like pivoting in terms of, you know, maybe other elements of the UI stuff that's not as susceptible to AI. I mean, I definitely have friends who are programmers that like, you know, might, but they also have a little bit of like, they're almost like program manager, you know, you know, problem managers, whatever the fuck that shit's called. Like, is there some kind of hybrid thing? But like, I don't think the complete, actually, we can't do this. They're trying to charge $80 for 2 Chipotle bowls. Sorry, man. We have to do another episode after this, and we have to fucking we also have to eat. But I just sense a little like just fear of even from your voice, like if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? But like, if it doesn't, like if it happens, it happens and you can figure it out. But it's like, make yourself a guy that's a little more AI proof in your job.
Yeah.
Take supplementary, you know, I don't know if it's classes, I don't know if it's trainings, I don't know if it's boot camps, I don't know what the fuck it is. But I just think like going to fucking school is a little insane. You know what I mean? Like it's a little crazy to be like, I have to go, you know, I have to take classes and stuff and like earn no money for a while, unless you're talking about night school or whatever. And especially when you're just like, I could, you know, that sounds pretty good. It's like, this is shit you've never had any, like, it just sounds a little insane to me, if I'm being honest with you. It sounds a little it sounds like you're a little too worried about it. And also it's like, you know, when it happens, you'll probably if God forbid it happens to that level. But also, dude, I think you're giving these companies way too much credit at how quickly they're able to sort of pivot themselves. Like when they say this is imminent, it's like, yeah, maybe in a decade. But I also think you'll have a much better sense of when it's really truly. I don't believe, by the way, knowing absolutely nothing, right? You could be right. I just don't believe it's days or weeks away that you might be shit canned. You know, like I think it could be longer than that. It could just, you know, they might try AI and then realize, wait, there's so many fucking problems with this shit too.
Yeah.
And obviously it definitely works really well for certain things, but I would not be this worried if I were you.
Yeah, I think you should like focus on how you can be like more senior in your, like, you know, like Stav said, figure out what the UI people who are going to be managing the AI, what kind of shit they do, and think about how you could level up. I don't know if there's like certifications and shit you could work on, or, you know, think about, I mean, one other thing is like talk to whoever you report to at your job, and it's like, I'm kind of interested in maybe exploring other areas where I could help, like within the company. What does that look like? Where is there a need? And, you know, I say, hey, if it's as bad as you're saying, and you go to your manager or whoever, and you just show that you're willing to like adapt and be nimble, I don't know, they could find something for you to do. There's always someone or some way who's like life or job you could make easier by just like be willing to step up. So I think you could even be like kind of forthright about all that at your current job.
I think that makes sense, but I did talk to my manager, and that's why all this anxiety has been building up, because he literally told me, you got to watch your back. This is happening. It's coming. You know, like he's being a terrible leader and being very doom and gloom to all of us. And I'm like, man, that's not helping me at all.
Yeah,
with all these anxieties. But like actually hearing you guys like say this is making me feel better, because I just think I'm in like disaster mode in my brain, trying to like.
Yeah, dude, you're talking like you got the email that you're gonna get fired in 3 days.
Yeah.
You need to take it back a couple notches, because you're talking like like they just launched the nukes and now you have to look for shelter. That's not the position you're in. You might be in a little danger. Who knows? Also, your fucking manager might be a fucking idiot. And I'm not even gonna say that they might not try and phase people out with AI, but I also think it's not guaranteed it's gonna work the way they think. Like, I mean, look at all this shit that happened with like Doge and shit, where they were firing people and then realized like, oh fuck, we actually need these people, and like rehiring them. And you know, Elon did that shit with Twitter. I think a lot of these tech guys who think who think humans aren't necessary find out quick when they try and do this shit that they are. Now again, we don't fucking know the specifics, but I'm just saying don't be as worried. And like, you know, if you get fired and it looks fucking crazy, like it's like, oh, I'll just never get a chance to get to work in this field ever again, then you can consider, you know, then you can maybe go to school while you're on a severance or something like that, and like figure it out then. But what are you going to do now? Fucking enroll in dental hygienist school at night while you have a full-time job and 2 kids? No, you're not fucking doing that.
I was thinking about it. Like, I'm like, I was thinking about it.
Hey, listen, okay. And then alternately then, if you think something is the way you want to go and you could see yourself having this second career afterwards, like, you can try it, but you have to, that seems fucking insane to me. I don't know. I just don't think, yeah. That's sort of how, again, you talk to two fucking idiots who don't really know about AI in your specific field, who don't even really know what UI is. I just kind of do because I have a friend who's a programmer. But, I don't think it's that necessary unless you think, now look, if there's something that you actually have always sort of wanted to do and you don't even really like this line of work and you're thinking like, hey, this industry that I'm lukewarm about is going down the tubes anyway, fuck it, this is a chance to take a chance I've thought about my whole life. That's different than, well, fuck it, I'll just pick a blue collar trade out of I'll just flip a coin and choose something.
Yeah.
So if you're drawn to something, then I would actually seriously consider it. If you're not, just try and double down here and be one of the survivors in your field, and also realize like there might, it's not as bad as you think it is right now.
That's great to hear. 'Cause, yeah, I think I was just in my mind making disaster plans, and maybe it's not as bad as I think. So I think that's good to hear.
Yeah, dude. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I was so ready. I was looking at community colleges in my neighborhood, figuring out like, okay, how do I become a plumber? Or like, is an electrician cooler? And I think like that's not going to work out.
Yeah, like, dude. I mean, that's also stuff that is good, but it's like takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
You kind of want to get into that when you're younger, whatever. Some of it is just like, yeah, we sort of like make our choices and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that, these things are just kind of theoretical to you. I wouldn't worry about, again, like I said, this is not something you ever really considered doing. So yeah. I wouldn't start now.
Start applying for jobs right now. Look for opportunities to work in different areas at your current company. And, there's like still going to be UI jobs out there. And I don't know, just thinking about how you could like level up. Also, it's like so many jobs, especially like business jobs, desk jobs, whatever. Like, I think people feel like very locked into like their area or specialty. You can like pivot if you can like kind of talk your way into something, just doing like, there's jobs are like more adaptable than you think. And like you can pick up something even in a different area. So just think more like that.
Yeah, I think that's where I'll go is like, expand my thing. I could do UI and coding, do all this. I'm like, okay, I could learn that. And it's kind of in the realm and will give me more opportunities. So that's probably a more reasonable angle to take on this.
Yeah, dude, you'll be all right, man. Don't worry. The sky isn't falling yet. Now, could it be in the 6 months? Sure, but you're good for now, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate the calming words, guys.
You got it.
All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
See ya. Man, the robots are coming.
They're coming, man.
Okay. Let's talk to Spicy Cupcake. What's going on?
Oh my gosh. Hey, Aldous. How are you?
Hey, Spicy Cupcake.
How are you? You're on towards the end of this episode, so we are going to try to speed run you a little bit, but what's going on?
Okay, cool. So I guess I'll just jump right into it. Basically, last November, I moved back home, and for context, I'm in my late 20s. I'm South Asian. So I'm home with my mom and my grandparents to save some money because I got a remote role. Mm-hmm. But then I got laid off 6 months after starting. And my mom and I really care about each other, but we are constantly setting each other off. Yeah. So every conversation gets out of hand some way or another. And on top of that, I barely see my New York City friends anymore, despite like occasional hangouts here and there. The job market has been wrecking my mental health. I also lost 60 pounds, but dating's not really an option while I'm at home because my family's way too strict and it's just way more of a hassle to date.
Damn.
So basically, I picked up a bunch of hobbies. I forced myself out of the house. I talk to friends all the time. I go on drives. but it's been like 10 plus months and I'm kind of losing it.
Of course.
I need my own place, but that's not really happening without a job, so I'm going to keep trying with that. But I'm looking for advice on how to cope with the strict family dynamics and the isolation.
Yeah, I mean, that's brutal stuff. I mean, because it's one thing, me and Eldest both did stints of staying at home with immigrant families, so we know, I mean, I kind of know what you're going through. And even though, like, it wasn't like ours were particularly strict necessarily, it's still like, my house was small. There was no dating. First of all, I was a loser, but also there was like my grandma was in the next room over from me. You know what I mean? Like effectively, you just we know what it's like to effectively regress into like childhood, basically, by living with your parents. And I mean, look, I think really in terms of if you want to stay there, right? If you want to make the most of it, you know, there's obviously pros to just no rent, all this other shit. But I also think, you know, you're not really getting much out of it. Like, you know, what else? You're getting hobbies. It sounds like you lost some weight. I don't know if that was pre or during while you were there. If it was during, then you kind of took advantage of being able to spend time. You know, that's a time-consuming process. Like, now, I do think there's just a moment or there's, you know, it goes too far where you're just like, I want a specific kind of job. That's not happening. So I need to just fucking get something shittier and move out, you know, like, or I want to live in a specific city. That's not happening. I need to get, like, maybe you wanted to be, you know, you wanted to have a specific job and live, you know, in New York, whatever. I mean, still, you could move back to like a cheaper neighborhood, whatever, but it might be the kind of time where it's time to sort of either get something that's a little more service industry oriented. Not that those are easier jobs, but they're kind of easier to get if you just know, you know, usually you can find something that way, or even just a shittier paying job and just kind of like move out. And because at a certain point, it just becomes too much. There's no like tips for, hey, I have to just regress indefinitely. You know what I mean? Like
at any age, like even if you have an incredible relationship with your parents, it doesn't matter like when you go back home. If you're living at home with your parents, you are just going to regress. You feel like a teenager, and it doesn't happen over weeks. It happens over like a couple days or a few hours where like those old dynamics just set in, where you just feel like suffocated or something. You feel like you're like regressing. So yeah, you're like a number one priority needs to get like finding a job, any job, start stacking up some money and fucking focus on like how the hell can you get out of there. I don't know.
Totally. No, and that's not even the thing. Like, I'm not having issues getting interviews. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I have a pretty stacked resume. I'm pretty competent. I'm really good at my jobs. But the market is really bad, and it's not going further than like final interviews. It's just kind of been my luck so far. So it's not a problem of like getting interviews. It's the job part not piecing out, I guess. And I guess like I could take up like a service job. I have no problem with that. I've actually been like volunteering at my like local animal shelter just to keep myself from not going insane. It's just like I don't want to like put in all my effort and then have to change from my shitty job anyway, and then have to deal with like the possibility of like not being able to pay rent for a couple months and like that whole situation again. I don't know if that makes sense.
Of course. No, it totally makes sense. And I think in many ways the fact that you are getting these interviews and you're almost getting the job is actually way fucking harder. Yeah. Because you feel like you're on the precipice of exactly the job you want. So it makes like the prospect of settling seem even worse, because it's like you said, you have a good resume, you're getting so close. I just think like it's good that you're volunteering, but that's a perfect example of like, just instead of the dogs will be fine. You need a little fucking extra income. You need to like be sort of like, even if you just have a job while you're at home to save a little money so that you have a little nest egg, and in that in the next whatever X amount of months, while you're continuing to volunteer, and look, it might not be a service job, right? It could also be a slightly shittier job than you wanted in your field, right? Like I remember, like you were working at the reason Eldest even works for me is because he was working somewhere that sucked.
Yeah.
And that that didn't pay him as well, but it was an okay job and he just needed a fucking job, And
I mean, everyone now talks about how horrible the job market is, like compared to the past few years. And I believe that. And yeah, God, I'm fucking lucky with my life right now, because even in like 2019, when I was like looking for a job seriously again, it took like 4 months or 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of like interviews, almost getting the job, but you just need to like keep chipping away. And I feel like a job hunt, especially, it's like you just have to treat it like schoolwork or something, and eventually like you'll just get more comfortable in the interviews, more comfortable like getting shit out there. And I don't know, even as bad as it is, the universe will put something in front of you.
The universe.
When you're right on the fucking brink.
He doesn't have shit when he's talking about the universe will provide.
That's
we got no good advice when we're invoking the universe.
That's how I felt, and that's kind of how it happened. And
yeah, that's a good point. Do any of your childhood friends? Might they get incredibly successful by accident in new media?
I'm talking about the shitty job I got, which
shitty
felt
job?
like a fucking relief.
That job
I'm not even talking about this.
The job he's talking about, they made him do like recaps of like the country music awards.
Yeah.
Eldest was the live reactions guy for the shittiest website that nobody read.
Putting up the red carpet galleries for the CMT awards. Just copying.
That's also the thing is like I've signed up for free. So my background is recruiting. I do recruiting, so I know how to.
Wow, that must be even more annoying.
Yeah.
Literally, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to freelance. I have been applying to like all the local like cafes and grocery stores nearby, not hearing a peep. So I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. But so it's definitely incredibly frustrating. I'm not above like any job or anything like that. It's just like things have not been working out. So I'm just like going insane.
Damn.
And yeah, like I work in recruiting, so I know how to put myself out there. I know how to get seen and all this stuff, especially like at big global companies.
Hit up people from like old jobs you've worked at in the past. This is the time to like start busting that out, sending those like fucking LinkedIn DMs and seeing, who's looking for what, where, like, find a job posting from an old company or someone who like you used to work with who moved to a different company, see where they're at, see if there's a job in your department over there, see if they could help grease the wheels a little and fucking, because I think just knowing someone at a place does help a lot.
Yeah.
That's how I found that shitty job finally. So
an old coworker hooked it up, right? And then I would think, and then in terms of the shittier jobs, the like get whatever job, it's like, then it's like, like, are there, since you're with your family, are there like family or community hookups? This is like somebody's shitty somebody like, my dad built a bunch of restaurants. My mom was a waitress. Like, there's, family friends you could do a part-time job to replace your, the shelter stuff. Yeah. And then I would say two kind of wild card things are like, okay, alternatively, if none of that shit works, like, how to keep yourself sane by maintaining the situation is like, yeah, keep trying to freelance, keep trying to pick up work where you can. And if I would say just like, the time you have off, try and do whatever you can for yourself, whether that's like, have other goals, be working towards other things while you're like, what are the things when you had a job, you're like, fuck, if only I had this much time, I would do this. Definitely do those things. And then to keep yourself sane, try and get a couple trips where you can taste what your life used to be like and will be like again, like a couple long weekends in New York or a different city to visit friends, crash on somebody's couch and have a nice time. That always helped me when I was at home with my parents. And then the super wild card is like, is there, you're with your family and wherever you guys grew, wherever you grew up, whatever town that is, that's not really working for you. These jobs in like, I don't know where you're exactly applying to, that's not working. Is there some kind of like, is this a moment to like apply, and maybe you've already been doing this, to just cities you never even considered living in? Is this a time to consider just like picking up and starting somewhere new with lower cost of living that has some other, you know what I mean? Like that's an extreme wild card if you're like sort of, I just kind of have to, because at a certain point it'll just be like, I have to get out of my fucking parents' house, even if I have to go wait, you know, if I'm waiting tables in Athens, Georgia, or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just spitballing here, or like Birmingham, which, you know, even you know, whatever. So I don't know, but I get, you know, I get the frustration. I know why you're feeling so frustrated.
Yeah.
Completely. And like I have been going up for trips because my sister still lives in that area. I'm in like the Philadelphia area, so not too far off. But I've been going up for like concerts and stuff like that every, you know, couple of months here and there, just to, you know, get myself out in that way, because I'm a huge concert person.
Cool.
And I have been applying like all over the country and stuff like that. And I've never seen it this quiet. And as someone that like works in recruiting, it's definitely a weird market. And I don't know, like like a lot of my friends actually have been like laid off recently. So yeah, I guess like I'll definitely like get more creative with my network, even though I've already been hitting them up. And every time we go out for like a family function, my grandma is like grabbing people by the arms, like, do you know anyone that needs to?
Damn, it's this bad. Yeah, sorry. I mean, hopefully anything we said was useful to you, but it sounds like we're kind of going 0 for 8 so far.
Start a fucking podcast.
No.
Learn AI, or start a YouTube page, or do an OnlyFans. Those are honestly your options.
Like OnlyFans. Like I am learning music production right now. I started a book club.
There we
I've been
go.
reading hella. Like I've been doing so many things. But
so okay, and then the other thing in terms of staying sane, you're saying like dating's not an option. It's like, yeah, dating like it used to be isn't an option, but it's like, you tell me you can't just like go, like, I don't know, go out to dinner. Like you almost have to do a more old-fashioned courtship, where it's like, you know, you're obviously never be able to hang out at your house, but like you can't also just completely stop yourself from, you know, you can't just completely regress and just like not date at all. Like eventually that's a person will go crazy. So I think that's maybe the biggest thing that's kind of like missing from this point of your life is that, right? Because everything else, it seems like you've kind of figured it out. You're making your most of your time. You're trying to get some kind of part-time job, whatever. But like you got to figure out ways to sneak out and just like, you know, I'm sure your parents aren't like stopping you from going into Philly to, you know, do shit. So it's like, so maybe you're just going out, you know, and getting dinner with somebody you met on an app or some shit like that. I don't know. But to me, it sounds like that's the part you can't cede to your family. You can't be like, okay, we're back to the rules you had for me when I was 14. Yeah. You can't do that. If this job market's horrible and you can't figure it out and you got to wait it out a few more months, that doesn't mean you have to completely lose your opportunity to date, even in like sort of like, you know, slow, just meeting new people, getting to know people. You know, you can't just give up on that completely, I think would be my other advice.
Yeah.
For sure. I think you're right. Like, I think I have to get a little bit more creative and more brave with, like, trying to get out more. I've been on dating apps, but obviously, like, no one wants to talk to someone for, like, more than a week, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
and
no, you got to get out. Don't get me wrong. You got to get the fuck out of the burbs, match with them, and go meet them somewhere and be upfront. Like, look, I dated when I lived at home with my parents. No one ever came to my house. You know what I mean? Like, it was like you're obviously, you're going to be going to their place or whatever. But, and when you're saying brave to get out, it's like, what are you even talking about? like just asking your parents to go? Like, would they be mad at you if you got, like, at a certain point you have to be like, hey, I'm going to come back sometimes later. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can sort of lie or whatever. You don't have to say you're going out on a date. You could just say like, whatever. You know, it's not really their business. Yeah. But you could just have more of an active social life while you live there. And if if you butt heads a little bit, that's way worth it compared to just becoming a sexless child all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, like, I don't mind. Like, I've always been rebellious. I've never minded being rebellious. It's just, like,
You're
they
not
put
being
a lot of
rebellious. You're being an adult. Here's the thing. Even framing
Yeah,
it as
no.
rebellion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have a
Yeah.
problem telling mom and dad to screw off. It's like, no, you're just being a human being now. It doesn't count as rebellion anymore.
That's true. I definitely, yeah, the regressions definitely set in for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's something I could do a little bit more. It's like go into the city and like hang out more.
Totally.
I think
Yeah.
it's like a little bit more frustrating for me because I'm kind of like at my prime, especially like after losing all that weight. I'm
Yeah,
like stuck
of
at
course.
home. So I think that would help.
So that's what I'm saying. Stop feeling like you're stuck at home. Just think of it as like you have a shitty apartment with too many roommates that you would never bring a guy back